Okay, now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm back here. I'm just adjusting the music. All right, it's here. There we go.
Okay, now.
Man, salute to everybody that's pulling up. Salute to all the chat members. Let me take a quick pause for the calls, real quick. We get into the Smitty's Corner thing. You know what I mean? Switch it up. Bang, 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 boom. All right. Salute to my man Stan Joseph. Stan, what up, baby? Salute to Dragonfly Jones' cousin. What up? What up? What up? Marcus was good. Definitely make sure that y'all follow this on all our social media platforms. Let me edit it real quick because it's supposed to be streaming everywhere. Edit it back. Let me see. Okay. All right. Booyah. Okay. It should be on everywhere now. Let me drop the link again so everybody can have it. All right. Definitely y'all come up. I'm definitely going to post a link in my chat. But man, Smitty, what's going down, man? Talk to us, man. What's good, baby?
All right, all right. Respect. Well, welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, right here on the Intellectual Soapbox Network. Now, tonight I want to talk about a few things that I do believe is something that we see right in front of our faces, but yet it's slipping right under our noses, right? It's going right on by, but it's right in our face. So we're going to get into a few things today that I believe is very important when it comes to AI. I want to talk about that. I also have a few other things I want to talk about. But first, as always, I'm going to go ahead and start this off right so we can all get in the mood and everything. So, Soap, if you don't mind pulling up my intro video, I would appreciate that, sir. So
Yes,
we're going to
sir.
kick it off with that, and then we're going to go ahead and get this ball rolling. And with that being said, for the moment, I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out, so.
I like he said for the moment, though. You know what I mean? I need that he's going to come back. But hold on,
Back
y'all.
already like I left some niggas.
Let me mute my mic as well. Fair use to YouTube, please. Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. YouTube, y'all been doing great with the no strikes, man. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Y'all been letting the boy rock. You know what I'm saying? Letting us all rock, man. I appreciate that.
Put a word in. I put a word in upstairs. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. You know what I mean? 'Cause I caught one of them joints, and that joint was like almost a month. I was like, geez, like, and then they stopped me from streaming for like some time. I was like, man, you know what I mean? It's kind of crucial for a minute, but I'm back at it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let me stop running my mouth and get to this video. Let's get.
I'm wondering how you afford all those gym shoes.
She messed up 1.5 pounds of my weed. It's in it. If you look, if you look on page 2, if you look on
Sir.
page 2,
I'm gonna ask.
I'm sorry, I just got.
Bruh,
Oh my gosh.
keep going.
Oh man. Okay, let's keep going.
The authorities to give you a pass, even though you're admitting.
I'm being
to
honest though. She sitting up here lying.
Even though you're admitting to be a drug dealer, I'm gonna ask them to give you a pass.
Well, that show you I ain't lying about nothing. I'm not lying. She the one lying.
You saying? But I'm wondering how you afford all those gym shoes.
She messed up 1.5 pounds of my.
Ah, you gotta love our people, man. You gotta love them. You gotta love them. Ain't nothing like them, Smitty, is it?
I love my people. I love us. I love us so damn much. Bless our so loving and filled with passionate but blind as fuck hearts. I love us so much. So let's go ahead and let's get into
The
this.
truth. Hey, look, the truth
Huh?
is expensive as hell, and we give it away for free.
Bruh, I
Hey,
mean, it's
hey, some truth. Hey, listen, you ask some truth. You ask you the powers that be some truth, they get you out of here. You know what I mean? They'll send you. They'll send you 6 feet under. You feel what I'm saying?
very
We
true.
give it away for free. Like it ain't nothing. It's crazy, man.
I I just be thinking about guys like that. I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It just always baffles me. It never gets old. It just never does. So tonight we're going to tap into a few things. Um, so the first video that I sent you, I really just want to get into it because the other two videos are going to be a little time consuming ish. So I want to go ahead and just get into it, and I want us to get this discussion started. All right. So let's go ahead, cut through the fat. Let's get to the meat. All right. And we're gonna see what we got on this right here. So on this first video, we're gonna look at it, and then your thoughts. Right. Very easy, very simple. So go ahead and rock out whatever you got to say, and let's get this ball rolling.
Simple for me, man. Fair use, man. Fair use. Let me put on my fair use banner again, and let's get it going.
I'll tell you something that I bet you didn't know. Men do not mention other men to women. Men do not mention anything dealing with other men to women because that is a weak trait, and that shows that you think that he is a threat and that you are inferior, and it makes a woman's coochie turn into sandpaper because it makes you look like you're weak and you're obsessed with another man. Men and messy do not go together. Another thing men don't do, men don't come to social media to beef or talk badly about other men. That is a female trait. Gossiping is a trait of a girl. You come on social media talking about what you're going to do. You're arguing back and forth. That is not manly at all. That is a female trait that you have adopted because you have been on social media too much. People don't get online and tell you what they're going to do to you and how they're going to do it and post pictures and repost and get crazy and comments, because people that really live in real time know that people get hurt in real life. Respectfully, you have to be mindful that just because you see people playing with certain people don't mean that they can be played with in real life. And some people have to understand that this world is very small, and when people see you in person, they expect for you to keep that energy that you had on the internet. Am I lying? I'm gonna tell you something that I bet you didn't know. Men do not.
So, all right. So, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I couldn't have said it better. Definitely shout out and salute. Welcome in the building to my oh so lovely and natural assistant, as well as our top moderator. All right, Tika. I'm gonna give my piece, and then I definitely want to hear from you as a woman, right? So, me personally, like, I see everything out here in these spaces. I see everything. And I look and I just sit back sometimes and I say to myself, this is what we do now? This is what we do? You know what's so sad? The only time, like throughout these circles, the only time I see my people's faces up in highlight is when it's some messy, gossipy shit. It ain't never about nothing like in highlight, out in the community doing this, in highlight, just got married, in highlight, just helped out or whatever, or started this, or is, developing this craft or this patent, something. I'll see endless highlights. And what's sad is we really look at that shit like it's something to be like, yeah. Look at that. I got my face up there, nigga. Yeah, I was giving it to him. But who you giving it to, motherfucker? Your own. Stupid. But to the man part, Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. Like, I don't know. It makes me cringe. For me to sit back and to think that I'm going to just be like mouthing off about another nigga and he's not in my face. Because first and foremost, I don't know where y'all from, but where I'm from, we don't do too much. Like we'll tell you in a heartbeat, don't wrap me up, Mo. Stop wrapping me up. Okay? We're gonna get to it or not. So, this whole thing where, dudes really do believe that they have actual ops out here and real, real deal enemies. And I just find it fucking funny because I'm just saying to myself, is your brother and sister really your enemy? Now, I know all of us is not one of ours, but it's like when I just be looking at grown ass fucking men just going back and forth about other grown ass men, bruh, like I'm not gonna lie, it's like I don't disown us. I can't, I can't because I will always be one of us. But that'll be an endless shaking my head, like just endless shaking my damn head. But with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. What you got for us, sis? What you got?
First off, I just want to say good evening, gentlemen. And for Marcus in the chat, man, stop being a hater, man. You heard what he said. Anyways, how are you guys doing tonight? Good, I hope. I hope all is well. No? All is not well?
Yes. Oh, no. Okay. I didn't know. I just didn't want to cut you off. Yes, of course. All is very much so lovely. All is beautiful.
Good to know. All right. Well, anyways, to what the guy was saying, he's absolutely right. When he said that, men getting online and being all chatty and, speaking on other men is very unattractive. And it does make, oh my gosh. I was like saying,
hold on, wait. I don't know where you are. Real quick, I don't know what, you were just trying to break up real quick, so that's all. I'm just letting you know so you can stay clear. Go ahead, keep going.
Do I not sound clear?
Yes, perfect. That's perfect right there.
All right. I was just saying to sum it up that, it's not attractive for men to get up online and gossip. It's really not attractive for anyone, to be honest. But I think a man doing it, it's that double standard thing. It's definitely unattractive and it's not, it's not wanted. Like women don't want, to hear other men talk about other men. I mean, are you guys dating them or? So you just going online and just finding out all this information to talk about? Like this is like really weird. But that's all I have. I don't really have too much. We just don't like it. Stop doing it.
Okay now. So fellas, you hear that, coming from one of the sisters. And I don't know how many other sisters concur, but I can almost take a stab in the dark, all right, and guess that it would be multitude. So what you got for us, Brody? Come on, get in there. I got you. I see you.
Oh, my bad. You know what I always say?
Shit. Bro. Damn, hold on. Did I? My bad.
Yeah, that was my fault.
Yeah.
Let me say this, man. That's why I always say charge it to the game. Charge it to the game, dog. Some things don't need to be said, man. And what's known don't need to be said. You know what I mean? And if something really was to happen, I'm not gonna say nothing. If I want to do something or something's gonna happen with somebody, you know what I mean? I'm not saying nothing. Why would I implicate myself for others? That's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just acting like everything cool on all levels. So I don't snitch on myself, man. On no accords, man. You know what I mean? I've learned it from my elders and everywhere else, man, who was outside and inside or whatever else, right? You know what I mean? I just know what to do, and it doesn't matter if it comes to like things in the streets. No matter if it comes to family or job or politics or my bank account or what woman I'm dealing with. Y'all, nobody gonna know none of that. And I know a lot of y'all be trying to guess who's with who. I done heard y'all say I'm with this one and that one and that one and this one. and you all have been wrong. I love you all, but you all have been wrong. Okay, all right. Stop trying to guess. Stop trying to guess who Chocolate is with. Stop trying to guess who I'm with. Stop trying to guess who Tika with or who Smitty with. You're never gonna find out who we're with. Stop trying to guess, man. Like we never gonna tell y'all nothing. Damn, we never gonna tell y'all. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that we don't love y'all. We do. We love you guys, but some things don't need to be known. All right. You don't need.
Who
You
wanted
don't,
to
you don't need
know?
to know none of that. You don't even know.
I
You don't
didn't.
even know.
No, 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 no. So, real quick,
Hey,
real quick.
Smitty. Hey,
What
hey, how
is
you
the no,
doing?
no, no? What's no? What is the
No.
beneficiary purpose? If I come out and be like, there she is, what is the beneficiary purpose? What is the benefit? What? What the fuck is it? That's where I'm at. What's the point of telling you niggas
I like to
anything?
say
I
For
what's
missed
what?
in
it.
the
What's
And
going
who are
on?
you? Who the fuck
What's
are you?
happening? Hi,
Yeah,
Queen.
some people just want to be. I'm gonna let you go, Chocolate,
How
right
What's
are
after
going
you,
me.
on, Tops?
Chocolate?
Some people just want. Some people just want attention, man, and then they finally are able to say something or do something, and then especially when it comes to acting tough. I've never seen a bunch of men sitting on the internet for about 6 to 12 hours trying to act tough, knowing they ain't gonna never see each other. This is crazy, man. It's like a. I remember I seen it was a YouTube video, maybe seen it too, Smitty, where it was a talking smack video, and all the men that they was calling and talking smack and threatening each other and all that, but ain't none of them was gonna do nothing. Maybe that's what this is, right? Maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's what y'all doing. And if that is what it is, then it's cool, bro. Then it's all right. Because I know ain't none of y'all really gonna see each other in real time. But it is what it is. Chocolate, it's on you.
I want to make sure I don't sound like a robot. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Nah, you sound real good, sis. Go ahead, rock out. I salute to
Nice,
you.
nice. I don't even know what's going on. I just want to know what was the question. What we talking about? Who with who? Did somebody want to know who I was
Play the
with?
video back for. Play the video back. Go ahead. Just play the
Please,
video
please.
back
I
for.
missed it. Thank you.
Play the video
I
back.
want
So
to.
please and
I
thank
want
you,
to
sir.
stay. I want to stay on topic.
Fair use as always. Fair use. Fair use.
Oh, I was just about to say, pull that shit up. Go ahead. You good? You good?
Tell you something that I bet you didn't know. Men do not mention other men to women. Men do not mention anything dealing with other men to women because that is a weak trait and that shows that you think that he is a threat and that you are inferior, and it makes a woman's coochie turn into sandpaper because it makes you look like you're weak and you're obsessed with another man. Men and messy do not go together. Another thing men don't do, men don't come to social media to beef or talk badly about other men. That is a female trait. Gossiping is a trait of a girl. You come on social media talking about what you're going to do. You're arguing back and forth. That is not manly at all. That is a female trait that you have adopted because you have been on social media too much. People don't get online and tell you what they're going to do to you and how they're going to do it and post pictures and repost and get crazy in comments, because people that really live in real time know that people get hurt in real life. Respectfully, you have to be mindful that just because you see people playing with certain people don't mean that they can be played with in real life. And some people have to understand that this world is very small. And when people see you in person, they expect for you to keep that energy that you had on the internet. Am I lying? I'm going to tell you something that
All right. You got the floor, sister. You heard the man. Rock out.
I'm so disturbed by people who decide what women do. That is not a woman trait. Men gossip. it might be a different topic, but it's gossiping. If you're talking about what happened to a football player, and you talking about his wife, or you talk about what he did or didn't do, or a basketball player or a golf player, it's gossip. Look up the definition of gossiping.
No. Chocolate, real quick.
What, Smitty?
Chocolate, slow down, love. I got you. I'm just gonna reel you back in so we can stay, because you said you want to stay right on. So I'm gonna help you.
That's what he was talking about.
No. Wait.
And women
Wait. What you just explained was news broadcasting. If I am somebody who reports on celebrities,
that's not what we're talking about, though.
Smitty. No. Chocolate.
He's not a newscaster, Smitty. He is a black man sitting there with a mic.
I need for you to just slow it down.
I need for you to let me finish.
Go ahead, Chocolate. Go ahead.
And then critique me, because I am staying on topic. What he said was men and messy don't go together. That is a woman's trait. Y'all don't get online and talk about other men, and it is not true. Everything he said, that is untrue. There's factual points that we can go and see that there are men gossiping about other men online all the time. And that's it. Like, I don't get this gendered trait deal. There's no such thing as a gossip trait. And that's not just a woman only thing. Men do it too. That's all I'm saying. Like, why do we have to gender specific everything? There are just some men who like to gossip. There's some men who like it more than others. Whatever the topic may be. So I guess what I don't get why he is trying to reprimand other men about something that happens every day. That's all I'm talking about. So you got it.
Salute, sis. Salute. Gossiping is something definitely that men do. I know you just get in the building, but my open introduction was how I was speaking on that specifically. What I'm saying to you is that we are specifically focusing on whether or not that is an attractive trait. Is that something becoming of a man? Does that represent masculinity? Do men do it? Yes, absolutely. What are you talking about? Of course. Who's disagreeing with that? I spoke on it right before you got here. You can play the rewind. So what I'm speaking on is how the man specifically said it makes a woman turn to sandpaper down there. Okay? So all I'm saying is when it comes to men just running their mouth about other men, as if we all don't have real lives out here, I'm on this box just for a few hours. I'm going to click this red button, and that's it. I'm back into the real world. I don't have time to think about you niggas like that. I think about you when I see you. That's it. Other than that, I'm back in the real world. So what I'm saying is that, does that seem productive? You have that much time to put energy into another man as opposed to put that energy and time into making sure that you master your craft and chase your purpose. So that's all I'm saying, Chocolate. Is it attractive? If me and you are in a relationship, hypothetically speaking, right? And
tag me in after this.
I got you. And then next thing you know, I go ahead and we get into an argument because I got into it with your brother. So your family be tripping on me. I got into it with your brother after Thanksgiving dinner. Here it is, I'm live. You looking, you see that little ring up there on Instagram or whatever, and I'm up here live just running my monkey ass mouth about your family and about your brother. Is that attractive? I digress, my mic is muted. So, rock out, Chocolate, you can get in right after So.
All right, let me say this, right? Look, the brother's right. Real men don't gossip, all right? Because, as I've said, not every male deserves the title as a man. Not every female deserves the title as a woman, right? You have to earn these titles. If you're not earning these titles, right, then you're not a man. You're not a real man or a woman. You're just a female or a male. That doesn't mean that you have to be a real man. You got to be perfect. No, it doesn't mean that at all. But there's certain traits as a man you just don't do. You know what I'm saying? You just don't do. You know what I mean? And in society, we just have universal law. You know what I mean? And universal law can't be broken. I know we try to break it and we try to flex it or whatever, and some things are flexible. right? Some things I'm willing to be flexible on. I'm a very flexible, open-minded person on a lot of things, right? But this in particular, I'm not flexible on. You know what I'm saying? You a man out here and you gossiping, you doing a little gossip girl stuff, which is what females mostly do a lot of times. Because women do like to gossip most of the time. Then yeah, that is a problem. Salute to the OG Ruthless Truth. Glad he's back in the building. You know what I'm saying? My bad, Smitty, my fault. But yeah, so
My bad.
yeah,
Salute, Ruthless. Welcome.
Yeah, I know that was you, Jock, me fool.
that, that gossip and stuff is what women do, man. Men don't do all that, man. If we see that going on, we automatically just are like, nah, that don't represent us at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's just why I stand with it. You know what I mean? Anybody could feel differently, but yeah, and that's why I don't do the whole gossip stuff on this channel. I really try hard not to. You know what I mean?
I predict a tsunami. Rock out.
Chocolate's on you, then it's on Ruthless.
I'ma just say this. I wish y'all make a list of what these real men are supposed to be, because I don't know who y'all be talking about.
We shouldn't have to make a list. You should have experienced the two. You should have experienced enough fuck niggas, and you should have experienced enough real.
How can I, Smitty?
I'm so sorry you haven't seen us in real life before, but we're not a myth, Rocker.
That's not Smitty. Can you stop cutting into what I'm saying? That's not what I was gonna say. I'm simply speaking about all these rules and regulations that y'all have as men. And how am I supposed to know every man ain't the same? And I haven't dated all men. I've dated the kind of men that I'm attracted to, and that's it. And it may not be the same, as Queen might be attracted to different types of men. Now, if you're talking about gossiping and saying some really ridiculous shit, no, I'm not for that. I don't care if you're a woman or a man. I don't like that. But like, I guess where my confusion.
So you agree it's not attractive? If I got online about your brother at Thanksgiving and I started that live off with, let me ask y'all opinion, y'all. Let me ask you about this. It's not attractive, right?
In that instant, yeah. In that context, it's not.
Then anything you have to say, I'm listening, my sister. All right, that's all I was trying to get through to you. Rock out.
Lord have mercy. You got it, Ruthless.
Okay. How y'all doing to the panel? What's
love, love, chocolate. Love, love.
Okay. Well, we do have. I have a little pushback on the panel. I heard somebody talk about what classifies a man as a woman as a woman, right? What classifies a man as a man and a woman as a woman is when they become of age, right? Once they be able to know the difference between right and wrong, and their body fully develops to adulthood. That's what classifies a man, right? Same as a woman. Now, if y'all want to talk about people's faults, like or what we do wrong, all of us, things that we do bad, we're still a man when I do it. If I smoke drugs for the rest of my life and just go to the ground, I'm still a man. I'm just a man that smoked drugs. If I want to be a basketball player, I'm still a man. A woman who wants to gossip or do the things she do, she's still a woman. She's just a woman who gossips. So we don't lose title because of behavior. No. Now, the ultimate goal, if a woman wants to reach that marriage, because for women, marriage is very valuable for them, right? It gives them a lot more value than anything else. Then now we're talking, right? If you want to be looked at as a wife or you want to be looked at as for the streets. If you want to make them two distinctions, then we can have this conversation. But if we're just talking about a woman versus a man, when you become of age, when your body fully develops, right, and you got to pay your own bills, you're now a man and a woman. And and everything that y'all do wrong, that is, I guess, not according to law, you will have consequences for that, right? They're going to put you in that courtroom. They're not going to say, you little boy, you think a lot of little boy, we finna let you go. Nah, you finna kick these charges, you grown-ass man, and these are the consequences we finna hand you down, you grown-ass woman, right? So, this is the problem with, I think, us as, I would say particularly women. Women don't want to accept the responsibility for their actions, right? They don't want to come out and say that, you know what? I was wrong too. I have faults too. I need help too. Yeah, my man was fucked up, but I was fucked up too in certain ways. I was a part of the problem. Yeah, was my man a problem? Yes, but I was a problem too. So as long as we keep pointing fingers and trying to throw the blame on all men and all women, the gossip, if somebody wants to gossip and that's just their nature to gossip or to do things, hey, that's what they are. Now, if it ain't lined up with you as a man or woman, then you move on and find people who do things like you, right? Who do different things. You birds of a feather flock together. And I land.
All right, and maybe
Okay. Get away from the shore, everybody. Get away from the shore. Tika, Chocolate, do you all want to say anything real quick? Unless Soap is don't have nothing. Yeah, y'all got anything?
Maybe you know, to me, this is just for me, right? For me, titles have to be earned. They're not given. Right. So even if you become a king, right? Somebody in your bloodline had to fight to earn that title. You may not have to fight for it.
And or you had to take over something else.
Yes.
The way you had, true. So
yeah, and in order for something to live, something else has to die. So in order for you to become a man, part of, you know, as they say, when you become a man, you put childish things away, right? So these things are not written or said for no reason. These are facts. These are truth. These are universal laws. I know we try to skate around it, and we don't want to face it, and we want to placate it. We want everybody wins a prize to get in the war, but no. Some people don't deserve the title. And I think the more that we make people earn the title, the better society will be. I'm telling y'all, we will.
But this was
big facts. What he said.
This is what I have to push back, right? I have to push back because the title is already given to you, right? From the time you turn 18, right? The courts will address you and all your peers will address you as a man, right? And this is how accountability is given to you. Right, we ain't gonna treat. The world ain't gonna treat. Once you turn 18, they not gonna treat you like a child no more. Your mama and daddy ain't gonna buy your clothes for you no more. They're not gonna sit here and tell you just. They're gonna be like, okay, you're a man now, right? That's already given to you. It's not something to be earned. It's what you are. Now, us men do have sort of, and women have standards of our own. Well, this is what makes a man is a real man is provide protection and he don't do this, he don't do that. Look at that as a fallacy, right? Because what determines a great man from a regular man, now we can have the conversation. What we can discern a disciplined man versus undisciplined, okay, now we can have the conversation. But we're still men at the end of the day. And if I see that you do something that I might not agree with, I'm not going to treat you like a child and come up and slap you in the and discipline you like you're a child. You know what I'm saying? If I see something that you're doing that's on, then the law will deal with you, right? They're gonna deal with you. They're not gonna deal with you like a child. They're not gonna come with a pacifier. They come with them guns. Okay, get your ass down. So we have to understand. Once you turn 18, homie, really when you turn 16, but 18, you are everybody's eye and man. And no, you're not gonna get an excuse to tell me, well, I fucked up. I'm not a man. I didn't know how to be a man. I'm still a little boy. Ain't nobody gives you that pass. Same with a woman. If she get out here, if she turn 18, if she want to be independent and get her own life together, and she get out here and want to hold, or she want to get out here and want to cause a lot of trouble, ain't nobody gonna say, well, you're just a little girl. No, you're a woman and you are wretched, or you're great, whatever it is, but you're that woman. So I understand what intellectual soapbox is talking about. That is maybe his own personal way of viewing things. But at the end of the day, the way reality sets it, when you turn 18, you're now responsible for your own actions, your bills, everything about you. And you cannot make an excuse to say anymore. Well, my mama said it was right. You can't say it. If you go and rob a store, say, oh, well, my daddy told me to do it, right? When you turn 18, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. You're going down for those charges, and they're gonna be attributed to your name.
I can't believe, I never thought I'd see this day. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Ruthless has some. Oh boy! Oh wow! Hold on, wait a second. So Ruthless has some. Rufus have
I know,
points.
he has some points, and his points sound valid. They do, but this is what's wrong with what not in totality what he's saying, but this is what's wrong with society and how we handle things. Right? What's wrong with it is that we need to have a standard, and because we don't have a standard, when somebody turns 18 or whatever, we just automatically treat them as something that they're not equipped for, they're not ready for. You know what I'm saying? And that is a problem. If we start having, salute to my man Hunter Watts, I know I see you in the building, dog. What up, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? If we start having a standard, right, and we start saying, listen, in order to be recognized as a man or a woman, you have to make this happen. We used to have it back in the olden days when they called it a rites of passage, right? We don't have that anymore. So there ain't no more rites of passage. It's everybody get the green checks when they turn 18, and that's just what it is. And I think that's a problem. No, you should have to show and prove that you are a man or a woman. You know what I mean? That you could wear that badge of honor. To me, that's a badge of honor. That's how I look at it. Now, anybody could look at it any other way. They could just say as soon as you're 18 and you're an adult, you know what I mean? Excuse me, you classified as a man or woman, then that's fine. I'm not knocking nobody's way of thinking. But my way of thinking is that has to be earned. And that's just where I stand. Because I had to earn mine, and I think everybody should earn theirs. But that's just where I'm at. Rite of passage is hazing. Wow. It might be in some places, right? It might be hazing. I don't approve that either. But yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
But Smitty, this is what we have to agree with. We do have to agree with that. Right? When you're 12, 13, you do something, who they call? They call your parents. Come get you. Right? Come get you. You have a choice. You turn 18, ain't no more calling your mom and dad. They get you. Because you are under, and the law is what dictates what you are. Law of America says you're a man.
I've seen a lot of young bucks come through them gates and 120 pounds soaking wet, if anything. So I know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, you know, I know we want to kind of try to have a standard. I understand where intellectuals going with this. Maybe society would give but then that would give people more excuses. Oh, well, you know, if society just said, well, your brain ain't fully developed, you're not really a man, then yeah, people start leaning on that and making excuses. Well, I'm not a man, right? That'll be their whole case. But the fact is, you know the difference between right and wrong. You understand your parents, whether you have a single parent, double parent, you know the difference between right and wrong. You know how to go fill out an application at the mall or at a job, good job. You know how to go college, right? You know the basic principles of life. You know these things. Now, whether or not you take shortcuts or not, whether you want to do what you want to do, your plan, what you figure is smart or great, then hey, right? Long as you understand that whatever it is that you do, it falls on your plate, right? And what you reap is what you sow. So we're not going to make excuses for you, homie. If you want to sell drugs and then you get out and you catch a life sentence, well, I didn't, I was making money, man. I didn't know, I was a little boy. No, you was a man you knew. You saw all your homies get the RICO Act. Many years doing that.
Okay. Credit to where credit is due.
Let me land this real quick. I want to land this as quickly as possible because I want everybody to go.
You up next, T. Go ahead, Soap, and then Tika. Right? And then we're going to get to the next video. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is all I'm saying, right? All I'm saying is this. Those people who are doing those egregious behaviors, what needs to come back is that we need to shame these people. Yes, I said it. We need to shame them, and they need to be outcasted. That's the problem. When those behaviors are going on, no, we won't make excuses for them, but we will outcast them, and they won't get the benefits of being. There you go. They won't get the benefits of being a man or a woman, and that's all I got to say. You know what I mean? Because I think that's a benefit of being independent and being a man or a woman. But Tika, it's on you, sister. Go ahead.
I just want to say that I do agree with Soap. I think that a lot of our societal systems do not meet people where they are. And it's not to make an excuse, but I think if we gave more attention to people that are stuck at 13, 12, when they're 18, 19, because it is a such thing.
Arrested development.
I think that we would be in a much better place. Maybe, I don't know, less massacres, crash planes, I don't know, whatever else is happening. Like, we will probably be in a much better place. But we always just say that we're making an excuse for each other when in reality, we're not given enough help to the people that need it.
Well, Queen Taker, you cannot.
There's Tika.
have a solution for
Make sure you read
you
that right.
have a solution for hate
Tika.
and lust, right? People have what people aspire to do, what they feel their life can be, is that's what they are, right? If you love big tall men with nice cars, that's what you like. That's what you love. Who can judge you, right? If I like to do, everybody's going to be indifferent. We're not a monolith, right? So what you're talking about, what meet society meet at our standards. Now you know that's really unrealistic because the laws are set in place. When you graduate high school, get to it. Grow up or get thrown away. Ain't nobody trying. Well, what you need some more time? You need to be on your mama's titty a little bit more. What you need? What you want?
Well,
hell no. Get to it.
May I just say that how are you going to tell somebody to get to what? Because if there are no opportunities being created for these 18-year-old men, or they don't know where to go, 18-year-old women, and we don't have opportunities or enough places, why? How can you just expect a person to do something?
Wait.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
No, you're good. You're good. Keep on going, Chocolate. And I apologize dearly, sister. Keep on going.
No, I guess just hearing what y'all saying, I mean, I get it. We should have a standard in our community, but you then have to apply what are those standards? What is the list? What is the agenda? Then in the same breath, we're saying, oh, when you 18, go do what you got to do. And it's like, none of us, if you go to work for someone else every day or another company, or if you started your own business, the opportunities had to be created so these things could happen. College wouldn't be there if somebody hadn't made the opportunity available to you to go to college. So what Nico was saying, I completely agree. If we're not even educating our children to be independent by the time they turn 18, but we expect them to do all these things because they're 18 years old. That's ridiculous. And I do believe that we don't want to deal with other people's social issues. We want to poo-poo it away and say, well, that's your fault. You need to do X, Y, and Z, when you are living off of opportunities created by other people that you may or may not even know. Well, so I leave right there. Y'all got it.
Hey, thank you for that, sis, and I appreciate you. Nah, definitely valid points in there. Nah, I'm with you on that. I mean, it's not too much to argue with right there. So you got it.
I'll respond. All I'm saying is this, right? Black people are the most successful they've ever been in the history of America right now. Right? No more excuses. Dudes are coming out of college. Dudes are getting educated. Dudes are putting it down. 80% of all black people are doing pretty well. Yeah, there's a minority of us who want to take.
I'm sorry, where is that? I'm sorry, Rufus. Where's that stat at?
Different paths, right? I don't have that much time. I'm just trying to respect Smitty's little time thing, and we could talk.
They have Black Wall Street,
and I can bring the stats for you. But black people, we have all the wealth in America. One, right? Then we also are competing with other races in economical success. So, age, being a man, being a woman, right, is not a problem. We don't need our hands held anymore. I'm glad they got rid of affirmative action. Get out here and take what you want. I digress.
All right. Just in time. All right, so now we are going to go ahead and we are going to start tapping in and cutting into the meat and bones of this right here tonight.
Which one is the first one? Right. The shorty or the goggles?
The shorty.
All right.
So we're only going to look at about 5 minutes of this, all right? And I want us to look at where we are today, okay? So just listen up for my cue. I'll probably hit you in the back chat or something like that, all right? So look out for that. But just go ahead and let it roll. And let's listen to what is happening out here in society. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
First 5 minutes, right? First 5 minutes.
Correct. Correct.
All right, let's get it. Fair use as always. Jay Takashi was good, baby. Good to see you up in the building. I mean, also let me see who's in the chat. Somebody in the chat. Let's see. The Dragonfly Jones cousin. What up, Dragonfly Jones? What's good? What's good? All right. Fair use. Turn it up.
It's incredible that this is happening, but women are officially upset at men because they've created a new AI image app that puts clothes back on them. It's called Dignif AI, basically dignifying yourself again. And the title of this one is an AI image that puts clothes on nude women is suddenly popular. So this thing's been exploding around the internet. It's trending everywhere on Twitter, X, I should say. And degenerate adult entertainment workers or OnlyFans creators are absolutely upset that their images are being taken and clothed. So here's an example. They got Miley Cyrus with her horrendous outfit at whatever show this was. They put clothes on her. Then they have Elon. We'll go through the picture soon, but let's just see what the article says. There's another picture up here where a lady gets clothed. I don't want to show it because it's YouTube. It says, as Petapixel reported, AI image apps that undress women are on the rise. New AI image tool aimed at women is gaining traction. But this one puts clothes on them instead of removing them. Dignif AI has emerged from the controversial messaging board 4chan, of course, with people using generative AI tools to add clothing to women's pictures and even remove their tattoos. Many have been outraged by Dignif AI, with Metro's Catherine Findler calling it a need for controlling women's bodies, calls it pathetic. They have a X account where it posted some images taken, Saturday night's Grammys, Sunday night's Grammys with Miley Cyrus, Doja Cat, blah, 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 people that don't matter. And it's gotten up on Elon too. They even have a website that contains instructions how to set up the AI images in the generator, which, unlike most dubious AI image tools, is operated via an offline version of Stable Diffusion. And it says Dignify was started by 4chan members who say they want to eradicate e-girls who post suggestive photos of themselves by using AI to edit their photos so it looks as if they're wearing more clothing. The movement was turbocharged by conservative influencer Jack Posobiec, whoever this is. After he began retweeting, I follow him, but I don't really know who he is on Twitter. So let's get into the photo so you can see the rage, and then I'm going to show you some of the responses this has gotten. So this is the first picture of, them using this AI tool. So obviously she's got a pretty racy outfit on. And then they got the AI here to give her some dignity. How dare you? Okay, another one. Same thing. Dignity. And then this one was probably the most shocking one. It received so many comments that says how much better she looks without the tattoos. Yeah. So people were commenting like, man, if she ever gets to see this, what is she going to think about herself? Like all the little, war paint she's added to herself to signify God knows what, and trauma and freedom and artistic expression has completely destroyed her intrinsic beauty. That's terrible. There are other ones too. We can't scroll because obviously the before picture is adult only. But the post picture is funny as hell. I want you guys to pay attention to these are the comments. And it's sad. Let's see. The quality here sucks, but it could still make it out. It says the fact that it's, let me bring it up on my phone because it's easier to read there. It says the fact that it's effing called Dignif AI. Please yourself. Men hate consent. They sexualize women who don't want it and force modesty on women who want to sexualize themselves. The concept of consent disgusts them. It goes on to say, it betrays a deep contempt towards women being aware of their sexual desirability. Modesty culture is often not so subtly about enforcing control over female sexual autonomy, and therefore men getting to eroticize women against their will. Just so disrespectful and misogynistic, like you cannot win as a woman. Wear revealing clothing. Get this. Dress modestly, they'll remove your clothes via AI. Like, what the F do you even do to avoid men like this? Never go outside, never take photos of yourself. That one has a quite a legit point there, because if you are a woman that's very modest and you are, you know, not taking any sexually suggestive photos, there will be degens that take your photos, use AI to undress you in a way. So that's one of the points that I could agree with. There's always going to be a camp of men that will want to use that to get you naked. And then there will be another camp of men, if you're just obviously out there on the internet showing everything in your OF creator, that they'll want to dress you back up. That point is valid. For sure. It says, but the rage in general is just ridiculous, because all it does is it puts clothes on you. Like, you could just have a normal laugh about it. Men have a weird obsession with controlling women's appearances. Dressing a woman is as vulgar as undressing her. We need to launch a nuke at 4chan. It says women are not an object, the irony here, or game setting that you can customize to fit.
Right. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. So we're going to start. Jay, welcome, sir. All right. Brother Allen, I see you in the building. Salute, sir. Okay. Now, look, this is what we're going to do. Okay. Because I have a follow-up video. All right. So I'm going to allow all of us, okay, just be modest. There's no egg timer on you. Have the egg timer in your head. We're trying to get to another video, but say what you got to say, and everybody can give their response. We're starting off with Sister Tika, and then we're going to go ahead to Jay. What?
Hold on. Let me just rock out the other video.
You want to rock it out? Yeah, I actually agree with that. Nah, fuck it. Go ahead. Go. I digress. My mic is muted. Play the other video, and then we're all going to get to it. Let's go ahead and do that.
Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
And if I get bored of one, I can just scroll to the next.
And it's every bit as terrifying as he thought it would be. Hey, at least get to the other side of the road first.
I'm not making this up.
Try not to literally walk into babies. Milling around. Crime-ridden big cities, almost oblivious to the world around you, while wearing a piece of $4,000 technology on your head. Good luck with that.
How you doing?
Hope you've got insurance. How much is all that kit worth to a San Francisco crackhead? We've got an XL bully instead, just watching the bread and circus. Wasn't enough for this guy. He had to be an active participant.
Overwhelming impact on the lives of others. We probably call them heroes among us.
People are ridiculing Apple Vision, but Casey Neistat says our collective transhumanist utopia has arrived.
My brain sort of clicked, and it just forgot that I was looking through cameras and screens, and it took what it saw as reality. And what occurred to me as I was sitting there in Times Square on a bench, strangers all around me, the real world moving all around me. But I had like a big screen up where I was watching a Mr. Beast video. And then over here, I had this keyboard that I could interact with. And over here, I had my iMessages. And over here, I had my Apple TV and then all of my apps. And they're floating in time. Times Square in the middle of New York City. They're floating there and I'm actually there. And there's actual humans around me. And in that moment, I was like, holy shit, this is it. This is the future of computing.
Really? Within 10 years, we're going to look back at this and remember it as the good old days.
In the morning, you won't remember your phone. You put it on and then that's it. And it's like, hold on, I've got a call. Hey, what's up, Mom? I'll call you back. You look great, by the way.
Yeah, fuck off, Mom. I'm trying to watch a Mr. Beast video. Sorry, Mom, your call could not be connected. Your son's busy watching 3 different moronic TikTok videos simultaneously.
I have 3 TikToks going at once. I'm able to consume as much TikTok content as I want at any given time.
Dinner time. What better chance to spend some quality time reconnecting with friends and family? Oh, Alex Finn is seemingly being ironic when he talks of dopamine overload.
I'm watching 33 different NBA games at the exact same time. So, you know, if I'm not getting enough dopamine here, I'm not getting enough dopamine here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from, Greg posting over here. I can get some more dopamine over here.
It's getting harder to tell the difference between satire and seriousness at this point. Infinity scrolling X or TikTok is a nightmarish hellscape even at the best of times. Makes you anxious and depressed. Go out in the real world to get away from all that shit. Why the hell would you want it to be in front of your face on a near permanent basis? But the people most terrified over Apple Vision are road safety groups. What could possibly go wrong? Now, speaking of tech that's very much more wholesome, let's talk about something cool today. If you ever want a personal night sky in your room, let's dive into the Galaxy Projector and see what it's all about. If you've been thinking of adding a little something special to your space, then this is exactly the kind of lighting you need. It will transform any room into a planetarium and give it a truly unique look and feel. Not only that, it's also a smart device. Let's look at some of the features. First off, its RGB colors, brightness, rotation speed, on-off timers, and many more are fully customizable. Grab your phone with its app. You can change everything, make it truly yours. Love using Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant? Well, the Galaxy Projector is on your team. Just say the word and it obeys from switching on to changing modes. Complete hands-free magic. Guess what? It's energy efficient too. Enjoy your personal Galaxy without worrying about your electricity bill skyrocketing. For those who appreciate good tech, this is for you. Galaxy Projector is a modern gadget with timeless appeal. Get your projector by clicking the link below and use discount code PJW to get 15% off. When Black Mirror creator Charlie Brooker first saw Apple Vision, he commented, "It's weird, it's really weird." One of my instincts when I saw that was like, oh my god, that's so Black Mirror. It's a wonder he's still generating material for 6 series of that show, given how quickly reality's caught up. The Simpsons clip has been fact-checked as false because it's from 2016 when VR was already a thing. Well, yeah, if you plugged it into a huge brick of a Sony PlayStation in your living room, this is a whole different kettle of fish. So The Simpsons predicting it 8 years ago is still eerily uncanny. It struck me How many other people expressing revulsion at this product? Oh, it's so dystopian, it's so Black Mirror. Are the same people who will sit across the table from you at dinner with their head buried in a smartphone. How many times have you gathered in your living room to watch a movie with friends or family? Which, yes, it's essentially more screen time, but at least there's a communal aspect to it. And they'll exhaust their attention span for about 10 minutes watching one screen, then whip out their iPhone and devote all their attention to that screen instead. The movie's still playing away in the background. At least you can talk about the movie together. You can't talk about whatever's going on their iPhone because it's not a shared experience. But yeah, Apple Vision's a dystopian nightmare. Say the same people who do more hours of screen time on the phone than hours of sleep they get at night.
All right. This is officially a dream come true, right? We got the NBA dashboard over here. I'm watching the NBA game. Let's go Heat, right? I can just grab the corner, make it smaller, but then I can also make it huge. Like, look how big I can make this thing.
This has got to be one of the biggest examples yet of just because something can be invented doesn't mean it should. Studies show increased screen time as a predicator of depression. Smartphone addiction has already rapidly accelerated atomization, antisocial behavior, impulsivity, and impaired cognitive function, negatively impacting all the things that make us happy. Living in the moment, being grounded in nature, enjoying meaningful human connections, they're all being obliterated. And we're sacrificing all this. For what? The ability to watch multiple mindless TikTok videos simultaneously. The chance to shrink your brain even further by getting addicted to VR porn. Everyone's looking at the $4,000 price tag and saying it's just a gimmick. It'll never catch on. And in its current incarnation, they're probably right. Google Glass tried it a decade ago and it went precisely nowhere. Most of these videos are just influencers and YouTubers shock baiting for clicks. But what about when the price plummets? Which it will. What about when the device itself gets way smaller? Which it will. And what about when it's a microchip in your brain? If you told people in the late 2000s that within a decade the world wouldn't look far removed from this, they'd be thoroughly disturbed. How many years away are we from a world that looks like this? If you value what I do and you want to help,
boy. So, it's a reason why I stay going fishing. It's the reason why I still enjoy things like camping, like actual camping, not the camping where you pull up with an RV that has 19 different outlets and you have all kinds of electrical shit. No, nigga, I'm talking about that. Let's start the fire with this ferro rod. Okay. It's a reason why I make sure I still like to, grow my own fruits and vegetables. Well, not fruits, but like vegetables, some during the season when I can, just to stay in touch. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just let us rock out. I mean, all the way from clothes being put back on women and everything. I know you guys definitely have your thoughts. We are going to start off with Sister Tika. We're going to go to Jay Takashi. Then we're going to go to Sister Chocolate. Brother Allen. Then Sister Chocolate, and we're going to rock out like that. So, Tika, what you got? Jay, you next. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
All right, so to the first video, I don't really have too much of a dog in the fight. However, if I was being unclothed, I would definitely be pissed. All right. So nobody go try to go get my pictures and unclothe me, please. To the second video, I don't really have anything else for the first video. I just really just don't. I have my own feelings, but whatever. To the second video, it's a bit too much. I mean, I have to agree. I'm not really like the campy person. I don't like bugs. Don't like snakes and stuff. Nothing that crawls or slithers. Really, nothing that's alive. But I also don't like too much either. I'm kind of that kind of like in between person. Just don't bother me. I want to be in a house, TV off, maybe in a good book, maybe some good food, ice cream, stuff like that, and just relaxing. So too much is too much. I'm not really into the whole technology thing, but I do know that it's going to just continue. But that's really all I have.
Respect to that, sis. Okay, now, Jay, I know you have some possibly choice words for this, sir. You're a very intelligent brother, as the rest of the men up here are. So what you got? Jay, are you there? Jay going once. Jay going twice. Brother Allen, what you got for us?
What's good, everyone? Hopefully everybody doing good. Can y'all hear me straight?
You sound crystal clear, sir.
Yeah. For the first one, definitely, of course, technology like that is already in play, with due to, a lot of people being able to use filters on phones, things like that. To be, dressed and undressed and things like that. All of technology is really going too far in certain ways, but you have to take the good with the bad. And that's been the whole dynamic about life on this planet, dealing with humans, with each other and things like that. It's when you try to make a leap in something, it was good and bad to building the wheel. It was good and bad to, building buildings. It's good and bad to, whatever we choose to do as humans. It's always a good and negative point that comes with it. Now, yeah, it will. I can see how some women would go sideways and be like, especially women that don't want to be uncovered and things like that. And that's kind of wild technology. Sometimes we push things too far, I think, like seriously on that aspect. Now to get to
Brother Allen, I'm disappointed, sir. Disappointed.
And what?
You, sir. Thought you was gonna have a little more fire with you, sir. To be honest with you, Allen, are we really gonna sit here and act like we didn't just clear as day hear that man say women are mad because they're being clothed?
No.
So we all gonna sit up here and act like we ain't hear that shit, right?
Hey.
I mean, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, on the first video, that's the main thing I really want to tackle. My ladies, my sisters, why y'all mad?
Oh, I'm happy.
Chocolate. I knew it. Fucking knew it. I'm saying this. I knew it. No, chocolate. No. Hold on, real quick, Alan. And then I want you to finish. And chocolate, I already know, sis. Let's go. Listen, right? Because I'm saying this because you keep talking about all these rules. So if you are like, okay, for example, Sierra, and somebody went on ahead and took you and Russ' picture, like at a Grammy or whatever the fuck, right? Some kind of award event or whatever the fuck, red carpet shit. And they went on ahead and dressed you more. So now they replaced that shit that was see-through, like literally nipples and everything. And they went on ahead and they just clothed you. And you keep talking about all these rules. Very interested in hearing what you got to say, sis. Alan, finish up. Go ahead and rock out right after Alan, chocolate.
Now, I mean, not that I'm not understanding where you come from with that aspect, though, brother. Yeah, it is, refreshing to see sisters with clothes on. But, having a daughter, like I was saying with that aspect about, a woman that would not want to be declothed, I can understand that. That's all I was saying with that point. But yeah, to put clothes on chicks and pretty much everybody, it's kind of what's needed at this point. We are over perverted in this society, period. And that's causing a serious problem, amongst dating, amongst actually being able to be with each other in relationships. A lot of things that's a serious problem. But okay, so let's get to the goggles and shit. Now, this is coming whether we like this or not. Just like the cell phones kicked in, all technology kicks in. We're in the cell phone age. Where did y'all think this was going to go? It's going there whether we like this or not. And these are going to be the new cell phones. This is what it is. It's just like when cell phones first started coming out. After a little while, first we had the little, flip phones and, the little pocket phones, all the, the little minor phones you could barely send a text message on. So then we leap forward through time. So we get that iPhone, and then now we got instant being able to contact each other at 24 hours a day, 365 all around the world to a degree. And yeah, look how that's done. Look at it's good and bad to everything, but look at what it's done. Like, it's really torn us apart as humanity. Now, those goggles are going to do an even worse process. Look at the dude that was sitting in the middle of Times Square. Now, in the middle of Times Square, if I was a criminal and he's that focused, he's that tuned out, this and that, man, he would get ran up on very quickly. Very quickly. You have to think about the dangers and the things like that we using this technology are allowing into our lives. That's a very dangerous scenario. It's just same as the movie Player One. If anybody know the movie Player One, they got the goggles, the body suits, everything. You can have sex inside this little universe or whatever if you got the suit and all that stuff, make you feel good. That's where we going. That's what they're trying to do. They have to do this in order to get us to a specific place where we can be 100% work cows. It's all strategic. It's all laid out. This is where we're going. Now, if you don't want to go there, I suggest you start voting the right way. Start carrying yourselves the right way. Start trying to be more involved with it, putting restrictions on these people that are creating all this technology. I mean, but there we go.
Beautiful. I want everybody to pay attention. If you have a Facebook or Instagram, I'm pretty sure you've seen Meta. And we all know what Meta is.
Yeah.
They're switching it over slowly to the metaverse. Chocolate, rock out.
I'm going to just simply say there's a section of men that I'm sick of. Who the fuck is the moral police? I don't care if I'm going to wear what I want to wear. That's why I said it's so many rules that these type of men keep coming up with. Who are you to tell these women that they're not dignified? They gotta put their clothes on, doing what they gotta do. Why is it bothering you? And then I consider the source, which is 4chan. And if you have never been on 4chan as a woman, you should at least check it out so you understand the mental background of this. And then I'm just like, the fact they have been taking women's pictures off the internet and using them all kinds of ways. Black dudes been using OnlyFans pictures to catfish other dudes and get their money. There's cases of people pretending to be other people. That ain't new. This ain't new. It's just a different medium. But what I'm getting sick and tired of is all this policing of women's bodies, what we wear, our hair, our shoes, how we speak, what we need to be doing, how we need to be checking each other, how we not respecting the black man. I'm just tired of hearing it. I don't care. That's
You
why
know
I
what
say
else
it's
we
too many
tired, real
roles.
quick? You know what we tired of hearing of? Y'all bitching,
What?
whining, and complaining about how you not being respected. I'm tired of
I'm
y'all
not.
hearing talking about
But I
how
didn't
you
say
want to
that.
wear what you want to
Are
wear,
you
but don't
gonna let me
objectify
finish,
you, don't
Smitty?
sexualize
Are you
you.
gonna let me finish, Smitty?
We
That
tired
is,
of some
and
shit too.
every
Keep
no,
going,
you're
chocolate.
not. You're not tired because you keep doing it. There's a portion of men who will sexualize women. There's
Who
a
keeps
portion of
doing it?
men who want
I
because
ain't them niggas.
oh, now it ain't you, right? But
I'm
you're
very
telling
happy
me,
and I'm chilling.
hold on,
I
but can I
promise you.
finish? Why do you do that to me, Smitty? You want to hear what
Love,
I
love,
gotta
chocolate. Love,
say?
love, love, love. Keep going, keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah, whatever. Anyway, like I said, stop trying to police grown women. You don't have to look at it. You can switch the channel. You can go to another page. There is
Yeah.
not anyone sitting behind you making you look on the internet at different people's lives, what they got on, what they don't wear, what they don't do. There's no one in anybody's house forcing you to watch this.
Sure not. It's not
And there's
good.
nobody forcing y'all to watch what
Right.
we
But wait
say
a minute,
and
hold
then
on.
come
Are
over
we
here and try to ridicule us and make us
Hold on,
feel
hold on.
bad.
never mind,
Smitty,
never mind.
Smitty,
Y'all got
Wait,
it.
I'm
Y'all
wait,
got
just
it.
can we
saying.
No.
wait.
Smitty,
Can
hold
we
It
on.
ain't
not
your.
can
All
we
right, I digress. My
can
mic is
we
muted.
not
Tika,
let
then
her
Alan. Tika,
actually
then Alan.
finish? Can we not let her finish?
No, I'm done. Who next? Just Jay or whatever. I'm done. I'm done. Cause he do that to me every
No,
time.
no,
And
no,
I'm
no, no.
not. I'm
Because
not.
you know what,
No,
chocolate. You know what,
Smitty.
chocolate.
You know what? Whatever you decide that you're going to just take what I say at what I say. I stand in my shit.
All right, all
10
right. Let's
toes
try right
down.
now.
Okay?
Let's try right now. Let's go
No,
ahead.
because
We're going.
I
No,
don't
no.
want to
Clean
try.
slate.
I
Clean
just
slate.
want to continue. No, it's not. It's not
Yeah, it is.
because
Clean slate.
it's irritating. To you it might be, but it's irritating because every time I say something, here you come with the other side. Of course, there are men that's tired of hearing that type of stuff. I would assume that. But I thought that we were intelligently just talking about the clips you showed. Now, if it's a battle
That's all we
between
talking
men and
about. I'm
women, no,
responding to what you're saying.
okay, okay, Smitty, I got it. You got it, right? Love, love. You good. Next.
Love, 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 chocolate. Love, love.
Hello?
Oh, Alan, go. Rock out.
Oh, well, yeah. But you know, the thing of it is that, you know, both sides are tired of a lot of things. A lot of things. You know, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of men that are tired of getting divorce raped, or, you know, their children stolen, or, you know, being perceived to be deadbeats when they actually are sending their daughters through college. Shout out to that white man that's going viral right now with his daughter trashing them on the internet. You know, if y'all seen that, I don't know whether or not y'all seen that or not, but it is what it is, though. So just a lot that everybody's tired of, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, it's a lot of women that are tired of a lot of things that, you know, men do too as well. But, you know, we live on this planet together. We've been surviving on this planet for thousands of years now, being tired of each other's bullshit. And somehow we're still here. By some miraculous reason, we're still fucking here on this goddamn planet. So I suggest we all just suck it the fuck up, because we're here. And let's move on. Let's do this. Now, as far as the codes of ethics, we all have to abide by certain codes because we put certain things in place. Yes, I don't want my 10-year-old son seeing some grown-ass woman with her fucking tits out at the damn grocery store, because she's a hot girl and she feels like I could do what the hell I want in front of all these babies that's walking around. And then we're going to talk about, well, we're trying to teach the children morals and have them be better citizens and this and that, when they can walk around and see Miss Green from the local fucking grade school half-ass naked. The hell you talking about? All right, here we go now. We're sick of dumbass dudes walking around here being stupid all the time. not trying to be better citizens, not trying to achieve anything, listening to all this dumbass fucking new age goddamn music, talking about he's this and that, he's a killer and shit. Some bitch, you go to such and such college. Boy, you ain't killed a roach. How the fuck you get on a rap record trying to convince somebody that you killing a bunch of people when we done seen your track record, son?
Smitty, back check, Smitty, back check.
What?
There you go, brother. Keep going.
No, I mean, you know,
I agree with you, Alan.
we all tired. We're all tired. We're all
Yes.
tired of each gender's bullshit.
You know,
Not to say that everybody is doing it within each gender, but we all tired of the things that's coming with this, you know, with each gender. Like it does happen. I can see that.
And
That's all I'm saying.
I just want to say to you, Alan, the truth is, it's
Hold
like,
on,
okay,
hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Okay.
Smitty, you seen the back chat?
I got it. Rock out.
He was
I'll
too
holler.
busy going to get snacks.
Hold it down, bro.
all I'm saying is this. We have to come to a conclusion. There are always going to be, there's never going to be, we're all human beings on the same thing. We all have different things that we like, want to do, how we feel. Now, don't get me wrong. No, I don't want to, actually look at somebody with their titties out at the grocery store. But unless she is harming me, I know how to look away. I know how to move my children. I am an adult with a functioning brain. And it's just like anything else. You're not going to take your kids to go see a rated R movie. Choices. That's all it is choices. And what I am tired of is that the fact that we keep having these conversations, not about solutions, but these gender conversations like, oh, well, because I said that, then of course the other side has to. That's not the point. The point is, we know this is a sexualized society in America. I'm just talking about America. That's where I live. That's where I'm going to stay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I am talking about our society. We already know as we were growing up, television is totally different than when it was before. Just like it was totally different from our parents and on and on and on, because people will evolve. You will always have the powers that be. You will always have poor folks. You will always have middle class. You will always have social classes, money classes, the whole nine, because human beings will always try to keep where they are on that fucking heel. It's not going nowhere. And if you're upset about women being undressed or unclothed on the internet, talk to the motherfuckers to take the pictures. Why don't you go to Getty's Images? Why don't you talk to the people who make a living off of it? Paparazzi. Those are usually, the majority of them are men. Like, if we're gonna have these type of conversations like, oh my gosh, black people, we so modest. No, we're not. And I don't care if you're a hot girl. That's a portion of black women. Doesn't represent all black women. Just like I would never put it on all black men that all of y'all ain't shit and da-da-da-da-da. I will say I have never said that, because I actually helped raise a young black man in my own home. So I would never say that. We have a place in this world, and I would hope that we, by this time, we would be in a solution-based setup, but we're not. We're still trying to play these fucking gender wars instead of dealing with the people who want to do what needs to be done. I don't care about the rap. I don't care about being a hot girl. I don't care about those things. I care about what am I going to leave behind when my ass is dust.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman, as a black woman, as a woman who was raised in the ghetto, so to speak, whatever you want to call it, a woman who didn't have always her father around, who was raised in a single family household, and I turned out okay, I think. But it's like we talk about it, but we don't support the men and women who are really out there doing those type of things. We want to keep talking about half-naked people and fucking, rap and all. Come on. We live in reality. We know what's going on when we go outside every day. When are we going to have those conversations? They're just as hot and spicy as any other. But I could care less about a bunch of incels who can't get no woman deciding to go dress up women on the internet on pictures like fucking paper dolls. We are still looked at as objects in this country. There's a portion of men who do. There's a portion of men who don't see us that way. And it was something else that you said, Smitty, earlier that I'm going to say this and then y'all got it. I have met what you want to call real men, and I'm doing that in quotation, before. I don't know what your definition of a real man is, but I have met them. The kind that's 10 toes down. I don't know you like that, though, Smitty.
You don't have to. You asked me what's my definition. Me. I'm telling you,
Again,
me.
That's not a definition. That you as a human being and a person. That's not a definition. A definition is a list of things or descriptive of what you're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Because when I talk about, for instance, if I say cakes and I like cakes, and then Queen says, well, I like cakes too, there are different types within that. So when you say a real man, there's different things that we all consider dating. Now, see, this is the thing I'm speaking to. As a straight heterosexual woman who has always been in relationships with men, my definitions, wants, desires are not going to be the same as another sister. They're not going to be identical. So that's why I asked for a definition, not just throwing out, well, I'm sorry you didn't meet a real man. That's a little too much. And I'm done. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Me. Right there. Boom. End. Simple. Done.
No, it's not simple.
No. It's not simple because you won't allow it to be.
No, I don't.
You don't have to.
I can't base all real men. So what you saying is real men are you. So we have Soap on here. We have Alan on here.
You asked me.
You didn't give me a description.
Slow down. Slow down. Slow down.
The speed that I like. Thank you very much.
All right,
sir.
now watch this.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Of course I do, and I won't ever not have it. Thank you for recognizing real. Now, as I was simply saying, what I'm saying to you, Chocolate, is this, right? You asked me specifically, what is my definition of a man? You didn't ask me what is the definition. Stop.
There is
hold on. I'll let you talk.
Definition.
Stop.
No, you didn't. You always button.
Okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to stop talking on my show. You're going to listen. So I'm going to pull you back up and slow down. You asked me, specifically, what is my definition of a man? And I said myself. You didn't ask me what is the definition. Okay? All right? You did not ask me what is the definition. You got the floor.
No, I'm done. Thanks.
I'm glad we're awesome. Good shit. I'm glad we're awesome. Okay, now, Jay, Takashi, are you there, sir? Calling on Jay. Jay reports to the front office. Jay to the front office. Where you at? Okay, now. Tika, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything else.
Alan?
Well, definitely solutions are a good thing. I could definitely agree with that. You know, as far as us coming to some type of understanding. But at the same time though too, you know, coming from a mass standard point, because we have standards for ourselves, or we supposed to as humans, allegedly we did at one point. It was a cookie cutter workout point, a set solid standard for men and women, you know, in society. You know, men were supposed to be doing this, certain type of being. He was not supposed to be a overly dangerous person as far as just running out stealing or killing without cause or anything like that. Certain standards, other things, and especially for women as well. So, you know, now we come to this point to where we, you know, each individual of us, we do have these individual ideas of what, certain standards should be, because we do live in an individual thinking thought process over here in America. That's what the matrix is. There's a bunch of individual thoughts trying to come together and just put all their individual ideas on each other, and let's come up with a way to live. That's what it's come to. So now that we don't have the cookie cutter shape that we used to have in society anymore, the things are all blurred. That's why everybody's all over the place about, in their feelings about who should do what, or what somebody should dress, or how much this man should make, or who he should be, or how to raise children, or just the various degrees of things. And we've lost the sense of community, and what community did provide is a cookie cutter way of thinking, because if you move as one, you're greater as a fist than you are as single digits. That's logistics, but we don't have that. So yes, everybody sees everything different, and in my eyes, that's sort of the problem. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like cultish or anything like that, if you want to bring those aspects into it. But to a degree, in order for the army to succeed against other factors in other nations and things like that, they have to move as one. It has to be a solid plan that everybody's going to follow to kind of push the bulldozer forward to overtake anything that you're going to overtake. And that's how lands have been conquered throughout the centuries, to provide more space for whoever conquers it, and provisions and things like that for whatever nation that conquers another nation, which gives their the spoils of war to their people. So it's like, if you don't move as one, there's no way you can achieve anything. And that's kind of where we at.
You know what I'm really disappointed in this entire panel on? Tika, you included. You an example. I'm real disappointed in niggas right now.
And why?
You know my biggest problem with all of this shit? Like, when it comes to this AI stuff and all of this, like from the clothes on or off and everything else, I have yet to hear nail one of you niggas talk about the kids. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, as a father, Chocolate, when you talking about why are we trying to police, you want to know why? Because I police my fucking child. Okay? And once upon a time, hold on. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. So what I'm saying is, just let me get it out and I'll let you rebuttal. That shit irritates the fuck out of me. What's wrong with us, yo? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I noticed there's no real true regard for shielding the kids' vision and ears. It's like, fuck that shit. Nah, I mean, if I just want to be naked, like my 16-year-old can't see that shit. I'm trying to direct her a certain way. Right? And I believe, as we all are with our kids, we're trying to direct them a certain way. I have yet to hear anybody talk about the fucking children. That's the only thing on my mind when I look at this shit. I'm thinking about my daughter. You niggas are all about some trivial shit. I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna leave that right there, right? Nah, real shit. That's like real disappointing. And I'm not even like pointing fingers at nobody or nothing, but I'm just saying, like, are we gonna act like all of us, if not at least majority of us up here, are not parents? Okay? It's tough as shit to try to keep your child in line with all these outside influences. And then when we got our own talking about well, fuck it. I'm gonna just do what I do. Do you not realize who sees that? It's all of us.
Well, that's what you should have rolled with, then, Smitty, because it's kind of a.
I just been sitting back waiting.
But wait a minute. How can you wait on something? Again, the reason I don't bring up children is because are we really willing to do the things that are necessary? You're talking about that, oh, you was disappointed because we didn't talk about the children. Okay, let's talk about them. The fact that our young boys cannot read at an 8th grade level, the ones that are coming here. The fact that there's not enough money going to the public schools in the poor parts of the country, which are majority Black, Mexican, or in some case even Ethiopian. Let's also talk about the fact that you got kids still going to school with no coats, no jackets, no socks, no shoes. They're still doing that, by the way. Subaru is one who donates to poor neighborhoods. The fact that our kids don't know shit, they are not striving the way they need to be, this new generation of babies that are coming up. If you have a child that is an adolescent, yes, there's a lot of shit out here that I don't agree with. I work with children, I taught children, so I can understand what the influences are when the parents' eyes are not available. You have to work in this society. So a lot of times your kids are left to do their own devices because our society is so fucking expensive that you gotta work. Now there are some parents, shout out to y'all, that can do that. They make sure whatever is going on. That's why they call it parental control. That's why they put controls on cell phones, tablets, the whole nine. You just gotta be willing to turn it on and leave it there. Now, when we talk about that, then are we securing safe places for them to live? Are we developing or creating places, homes for them to live? Everyone that you're speaking about, even down to the military, there are military bases. The government built things so that when you decide to go into the military or drafted into the military, you have somewhere to live. Even your family.
Right.
If you get married, they have somewhere for you to go. We don't have any Black institutes that are building housing and having community so that our children can feel safe. What happened to the rec centers? They took them out of the neighborhoods. Half of the arts and sciences programs, they are not there anymore. So if we're going to talk about the children, then let's talk about them then. How are we going to provide for our next generation and the generation after that if we are so concerned about the children? Because nudity and sex and drugs and all of that is always going to be there. But can you step in and kind of quell some of that until they're old enough to understand? Hell yeah. But only if we start building our own schools, teaching our own children, housing our communities, and showing our children something different other than going to work for somebody else who don't give a shit and ain't putting their money into the neighborhood that you live in. And I'll leave it there.
Okay, so Chocolate, let me ask you a question to start this off with.
me.
That was beautiful.
It's
All
okay.
right. All right.
Smitty. You don't have to ask me a
It
question.
is
You
definitely more than okay. It's actually pretty fucking great, if you ask me. All right, so watch it, right? Watch it. All right, so first of all, let's just start here. The kids and the whole not being right, brought up and everything, is that more so on the one who needs to be guided or the one who should be providing the guidance? Who's that on?
It's
Who's
on
it?
both. It's on both.
It's
It
on the
takes a
kids as well
village.
as us?
Yes, because we have to explain to them why we doing certain things.
You are
Then
so
it,
interesting. Keep on going.
nah, you
Don't worry,
good.
I'm gonna
There's
eat
other
all that
people
shit
on
up.
the
Go ahead.
panel.
Keep on, keep
You
on, keep on.
good, Smitty. It's not about that. I know where I mentally, spiritually lie when it comes to kids. And I
Okay.
have a very soft spot for them, the elderly, the disabled that we don't discuss, all those type of things. So I know what I'm
Mhm.
doing off of the camera. It has nothing to do. I'm not showboating for you or the audience. This is just how I feel.
Never
This is
do
how I
that.
feel
I would
about
tell you not
my
to.
community. I've
Yeah, I would
never
tell
done
you
it.
not to.
I don't have to do it. I feel the way I feel, and that's just it. So
And that's
if
how you
that's
supposed to
something
run.
that you agree, fine, but you don't have to placate me, and there are other people on the panel.
What
You
do you
got
mean
it.
placate you? What the fuck is that? I don't even know that term. We don't live in that
Placate.
world.
Placate.
Oh, I thought you said placate. Oh, okay. My
No,
bad. I
placate.
apologize.
It's you
No,
got
no,
it.
no, no. I got you.
This
I
your
got
show,
you. I
sir.
got you.
You good.
Okay.
You good.
Yeah, so look, the thing is this, right? The fact is that if we look at majority of other cultures, the problems that we have when you're talking about like they tore down this and we don't have no rec centers and okay. So how long we gonna sit on our ass, bitch, and complain about it before we go ahead and rebuild the shit?
That's what I'm working on.
No. Just hold on.
As,
One sec.
I thought it
One
was a
second.
question. So you got it. My
No.
bad.
Yeah. It was okay. So how long we gonna sit on our ass before we start like everything you name? That's why I'm sitting here smiling. I'm like, okay, all right. And who do you expect to put that back into order, back into place? Who do you expect to care about it more than us? Do you really expect the others to care about our community and what we have going on more than us? You really
No.
expect somebody to care about your home more than you?
No.
Okay, so again, when
I'm
our
happy to
adults,
put. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought it was a
so
question,
when
Smitty. My bad. Go ahead.
so when the adults are out here and they doing a whole bunch of big wild geeking shit, right? You have to recognize, okay, that honestly, what do you think is going to happen? It's called the trickle down effect. So I want you to look at it like a roof. When that water hits, right, it hits the top of the roof first, and then what does it do? It trickles down. Okay, it's all going to go down. So everything we do, it trickles down. We have to make sure that whatever trickles down is not sewage. At least let it be fresh. At least let what trickles down be drinkable. Not let it be defiled and poisonous. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you keep talking about why are we policing, I'm policing because I got a fucking child. I got a child that could possibly see your ass. That's what I'm talking about. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out. I see you. What's that? CBN. Okay, news. Yep. I see you. We're gonna get you in there. So hold on. This is what we're gonna do. Brooke, I see you. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work it like this. Brother Ferg. Boom. All right. Bow. Okay. Boom. Okay, that's how we're gonna work it. Brooke, it's on you, and we just gonna go down. And we just gonna go down the line. So Brooke, Brother Ferg, my brother News, and floor is open. Floor is open. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Hey everyone.
What's going on, sis? How you feel?
Hey.
Okay now.
Hey.
All right, queens, kings. You and Chocolate have the best dialogue I have ever seen before. I love to watch you guys go at it. It's like the best entertainment. I just want to say that. Now I gotta say, I agree with both of y'all. It's not I agree with Chocolate, right? When she says that it is a lot of policing on women's bodies. It's almost like they trying to take us back, to slavery days. It's like it's their body. Let them do what they want with their bodies. You know what I'm saying? Why are you on an app putting clothes on me if I didn't decide to put clothes on myself? You know what I'm saying? You're not God. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Did Jesus come back and we didn't know about it? Like, I don't get that part. Now, the part that you're saying about the kids, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Evolution love the kids, right? But that ain't up to us. If I want to go out and I like them things, y'all know I like them things out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. I'm not worried about nobody else's child. I'm sorry. They not my kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, if there's a mother that
where's the community at then? Because that's not a community. If you don't care about your neighbor's child. My bad.
Wow.
I mean, I can answer that, but you ain't going to like the answer, player.
I'm sorry.
You want me to answer that, sir? Because I can.
Oh, I already did. Hey, I think God need to go and send asteroids, so you can answer it whether I like it or not.
Brooke, you finish with your comment, Brother Trey Ferg, Brother News, and then the floor's open. Go ahead and finish out. Rock out, Brooke. Say whatever you got to say, sis. Say whatever you got to say. Free line.
Thank you. And this is all respectfully, disrespectfully. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is just that I didn't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about yours. And a lot of women, men that don't have children, they're like that. We're just living our lives. You get what I'm saying? Now, if there's a mother that's she just outright, crazy with it, and she has children, then that is a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, well, damn, you just out there reckless and you somebody mama. I ain't nobody mama. You know what I'm saying? And these things still sitting up. So I'm going to put them out there. You know what I'm saying? Before they drop. And I can't do nothing with them. Like, that's what a lot of us are thinking. That don't mean that we're hoes or anything. We just appreciate the stuff that's on our body and we want to show it while we got it. I don't think it's a big deal in it. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's going to be the parents' job to police their children and explain what's going on. It's not our job. You get what I'm saying? But I love the kids though.
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't care who tell it, as long as it get told.
Shout out to your honest
Uncle Ferg.
So true.
Y'all, let me go get my vodka. What the fuck?
Get pop that bottle, Nick. Okay, now. So look, Uncle Ferg, this is what we got. So basically, I showed a video now. If you have another device or whatever, you can kind of rewind back or whatever. Women are upset because there is an actual app that puts clothes back on them. So if she takes a picture real skimpy, they have an app that literally clothes her back. And women are infuriated about it, saying, why are you trying to police our bodies? Yes, that's right. Yeah. If you just rewind back, if y'all in here or whatever, you can take a glance at it. But yeah, it's a new app that I think it's called Dignify or something, as in like, dignity, have some dignity. It's like Dignify, so something like that. So go ahead, Uncle Ferg.
The only problem I see is this, ladies, who originated that out? Who built that out? I'm sure it wasn't nobody black. We want to see your butt bone naked every chance we get. We gonna see your booty and your knockers out regardless. We ain't gotta pay for it. We gonna see that at the mall. We gonna see that at the club. We gonna see it everywhere we go. Church, wherever we go, we gonna see all that. So it ain't us you got to be mad at. Go over and talk to the Schwarzeneggers and whoever else. They the one that's controlling that because they don't want their children to see that. They don't want their grandfathers to look at y'all cheeks. That's not the problem. We're not the problem. A brother want to see. Listen, we want to see you out because we know where to place you when we see all that. Ain't no marriage for you. Ain't no engagements. It's meat and cheek clapping is all you gonna get. Now, if that's all you want, great. If not, then you're gonna have to change up your uniform. We've been wearing this same uniform now for what, 35 years? It's time to give it up a little bit. It's time to change, evolve into the next millennium. Look, we don't want you to go back to our ancestors. Y'all can't do that. We don't want you to go back. No, stay modern. Keep showing your cheeks. Keep showing your breasts. We ain't gotta pay for it. If you wanna be mad at the white folk because they the one harder letting their kids see all that. And y'all know how they go crazy when they see y'all because they only want the finest of y'all. If you showing all that, you 180, they ain't looking at you. But if you 120, 130, yeah, they all on you. They gonna try to do everything they can to run you dry. So you just gotta make a choice in your life. And I heard Miss Chocolate talking about the children. Listen, I worked in education. I expect, well, I don't expect, but I've always held high expectations with children. I don't look at it like they're doing bad or they're bad. No, these children have a lot that they're trying to take in from a day-to-day basis. They have a lot that they're dealing with and that's either walking home, being bullied by those who look like them, not having nothing to eat, not having a secure place to sleep. So, we have to just try to teach the children to do better, show them something that we're not. A lot of times we try to hold on to the trauma. Listen, they took a lot of these other resources in the community out because when crack was taking over, kids wasn't attending. They weren't going to the summer camps. They weren't going to the basketball courts. They weren't trying to swim to knock out the ADHD. That's why they closed pools. Don't nobody want to sit out there in the sun, because guess what? I ain't sweating out my damn weed for no kids. I ain't doing it. I just paid $500 for this weed. You think I'm going to sweat that out? Nah, it ain't happening. Because swimming and soccer is one of the two greatest things to knock all that learning disability out your kid, all that ADHD. That's why white people take their kids to those events. But a blood such thing getting in that water. And our census is because we are the primary caregiver. Now, if you want the dynamic to change, two things that can work in your favor. One, if you have a child, make sure it ain't by nug. And if you do have a child by that dude, that's the bus driver, the garbage man, when he's about 10, take him on over and say, here, he's your, you go ahead and take him the rest of the way, because I gave him what I can give him. Right. Now he needs a man. And that'll change your life, because you ain't got the stress of worrying about your boy. Matter of fact, learn how to bake him a cake and bring him a cake on his birthday. Ooh. When he say, Mom, I got some good A's and B's, then you buy him them Jordans. Not because you want it. And if the daddy ain't shit, guess what? I hope you got some good brothers or some good uncles or some dude in the church y'all go to. But I'll be leery of a dude in the church. Especially if he got some tight pants on, he's switching, his feet going outwards. Be leery of that. But if it's a good brother, let your son hang around that type of dude. Dude with some big shoulders. Dude that's going to talk. A dude that wants nothing from you. Just trying to better the community. Let them hang out with them. Say, here, teach my son how to be a man and go the rest of the way. I'm going to warm him up. I'm going to make sure he eat good. I'm going to do all that. But let him be around other men. Other than that.
Uncle Ferg, do you think a lot of these mothers going to allow their sons to just go off with a man in the neighborhood, though? I mean, because listen.
No,
real quick. I remember growing up. I remember, like, real deal. Like, I remember being, like, 12 years old. And, like, there were grown-ass men that, like, I ain't, like, hang out with them, but, like, I kicked it with them for a little bit at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember these things, bro. I remember being like 15 years old and I was smoking weed with grown ass men.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do remember this, but I also remember being able to just go out and be very far from the house, and I didn't have a cell phone. Now, I mean, I'd be damned. Like, my daughter, she has a tracker on her. You're not going nowhere unless that beeper is on.
But Smitty, here's the thing. Right? Those men that do that, those are not the righteous men. Those are not righteous men. They're just getting it in the mud, like, as we say, like everybody else at that point, because they understand that they've used up their opportunities to be successful. And some people just settle for that. But a righteous dude, the dude that you know who's on his square, who ain't trying to just show your child everything. And women, y'all, and I say the women because y'all bring home the kids. Y'all won't give that child up for that money. It's money when that child lives with you. You can't stand that Section 8 without your two sons.
Right.
But if your son is starting to have a sense of, I guess, like when he starts challenging you, when he starts holding up his chest to you, it's time to let him go to a man. Because boys do that. When he get about 12, when them balls separate from his body, he gonna start holding his chest up to you. And y'all, instead of y'all snatching them balls out his damn from and putting them in his face like, boy, I can snatch your balls anytime I need to. Y'all coddle that behavior. Y'all make excuses for it. His daddy can be in his life if he's up the street, around the block. Just take your feelings out of it. I know your kid look like you and you get caught up in it because he broke your heart. But if he's a righteous brother and he's a righteous man somewhere, allow your son to be in that environment. It'll change your fucking lives. I digress.
Hey, all right, brother. News. It's on you.
Yeah.
Rock out, man. You got the floor.
I'll rock. No, let me show my face so they can see my facial expression when I'm talking.
I like that, sir. That's very honorable.
As a IT guy in the field for over 23 years, and hear that women complain about an app trying to close them. Let me be brutally African honest. Go ahead.
He said African honest.
African honest.
Yeah, I came from one panel with my knuckle out. Now I'm putting knuckle and glass on it right now. Go listen to what I'm gotta say. And if I hurt your feelings, then oh well. Go ahead, display your goods. Show us who you are from the inside out. It is fine. It is dandy. Right now, the younger generation are now catching on. They don't want the headache anymore. They don't want the nonsense anymore. They see the mistake that we made already. So guess what they learn to do? Get out of the dating market. They're stacking their bread. Any woman that shows her good, they're not even gonna waste their time on that. You know why? They watch the other ethnic group and see the kind of woman they're giving for themselves. And they're watching how they build their generational wealth, build their foundation, and then some. So instead of wasting their time shooting their shot at people, no, not people, sorry, a clan of women who want to showcase their good. I thought back then the red district used to be a small thing. Now the red district is so huge and global. So you can find a red district on IG. You can find a red district on TikTok. You can find the biggest red district on OnlyFans. So go ahead, be my guest. Advertise yourself that way. All you're doing is making it easy to know that she's not the one. Put her to the side. Let's find the real gem. Let's find the rock that we're looking for and build with that particular person. So all you gotta do for the younger generation, make it easy for them to walk away from all kind of people. Now, I'm a brother who got 2 passports, not 1, 2. And I've been had 2 passports since I was a little kid. So, on that note, if you got an issue with men want to see more clothes, more models, don't worry about them. They're not your type. They're the builder type. They want to build foundation. They want to build wealth. You don't know how to handle those kind of people. Let them go to the good woman, build a strong foundation, build a family, build a business, and build a great legacy. While you deal with the leftover guys who have no backbones. That'd be best. But please, and please do not say you cannot find a good man. The reason why you cannot find a good man, they're watching you. They don't want to be on your radar. They're going camo ninja style. Ain't gonna find me, but I see you. Keep doing your thing. I just go pass you by. That's the new movement right now. They're learning from our mistakes. They don't want the headache anymore. They don't need all that nonsense. If they can start early, they go start early. They find the right one, they go incognito. They disappear. It's just that you ain't gonna find them. And they're making sure of that. Guaranteed.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you always wondered what African honesty consisted of, feel privileged and feel honored to know that you saw it here first on SmittysCorner. That's right. That's right. You saw it here first. All right. Floor is open. Hold on. Is there anybody? I didn't miss it yet. Floor is open. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm rocking out with what my man said. Like a lot of what he said. Definitely, he dropped a lot of gems. Yeah, definitely. You make it easier to know who we should steer clear from and who we should go ahead and draw to. So, you know, my whole thing is this. This is what I say to the ladies all the time, and I even say it to the fellas. Live your life. Do what you're gonna do. I personally, like I say all the time, I could give 2 shits less. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. I just don't want to hear all the bitching and complaining when you get the results that you get. Cut that shit out. That's it. Go on. Go. I swear on life. Rock out with your bad ass.
Can I ask a question?
Just don't do the live in your car crying and or blowing up and going off.
Who are these women that you're
There we go. There you go. I knew I stirred that pot right. Rock out.
Talking about.
Can I ask a question?
Who are these women you are talking to and talking about? Because it ain't the women on the panel.
Exactly.
I don't even know. I don't know
Wait. If it's not, then why y'all responding as if it is?
Well,
no, I
don't think
I'm just curious.
Like in one.
No. The women that aren't that and some may be on this panel now, they're really
Y'all
quiet. I
don't
said
wanna
everything I just
hear
said,
from
and not
us.
a peep was made out of certain women.
Did you
But
not? What do
certain
you
women
want? Do
ain't
you
made of
want us
people
to
alike.
listen?
Let's be honest.
Right? Do you want us to listen
No
to you, or you want us to interrupt you? Like what? What?
Dog,
What is it? That's
why?
crazy
Listen,
to
listen,
me.
listen, listen. So when hit dog don't holler,
I ain't no
No,
dog,
I just
sir.
got a question.
And I ain't bothered. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry. Let me
Yeah,
just be
Chocolate.
clear. I do not.
we
All
gonna
this
play these
shit I
games
just
tonight. I'm
It
ready.
ain't a game.
Rock out.
It
I
ain't a
got time
game.
today.
Smitty,
I got time
you
today.
want to play a game because you want to think somebody is not saying the truth. Here's my truth. Okay? The
True.
fact that I'm a businesswoman.
Me too.
I don't give a fuck what you do and who you
I'm a PhD.
Oh
You
shit!
do not.
Oh shit!
I don't care if you don't like my clothes, makeup, wig,
Hmm.
hair, nails, whatever. Because guess what? I ain't never had a problem getting a man.
Me
Okay?
either.
So the men that y'all talking about, I don't know. And I've dated all kinds. They ain't been all Pookies and Ray Rays that y'all gave names to. I have dated doctors, lawyers, educators,
How many
students,
have you married? How many
poets.
are you still with?
I
No.
don't want
Right.
to be
Smitty,
married, sir. And that is my
well,
choice.
why are
I
you
have
wasting
been.
your time with some other woman
So
that
you just collect bodies.
whoa,
What are you talking?
hold
Never
on.
mind. Y'all
If
not
you're
listening,
just
but it's
dating,
Why
okay.
are you
and if
wasting your
you're just
time?
moving around, then
You
that's
do
what that
not.
adds up to.
You do not want to have a conversation with me. You want to try to chastise me about my
Now I'm
choices.
chastising you. I just said rock out,
I'm not
live your
talking to
life.
you,
But when
Smitty.
you
I'm
get the
not talking to
response
you,
and
Smitty.
or the results that you get, don't bitch and cry about it.
What are you talking
I just
about?
said it.
You ain't never heard me bitch and cry about any man I've
You're
ever
doing
been
it
with.
now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you right.
What
Yeah.
are we doing?
What am I
Third eye
doing?
open, beauty. Come on now.
What do you, Smitty? What is it that you think you know about
I
me that
digress. My
I
mic is
see?
muted. Floor is open.
Because you have no idea of my life behind the avatar, and that's what the thing kills me. I am not complaining about men on here.
I have a glimpse because of the words that your tongue has spoken.
But you're not listening to me then. Then you're not listening. You're not comprehending, I should say. Because I'll put it clearly. Educated, no cuss words. I can do that as well. I am a woman that sees the world the way I see it. I have worked in many industries in this world. I am not looking to be married. I told my mama that I was 13 years old. Every woman doesn't have to marry a man to be successful in life. I have nothing against men.
Never
I
said
don't
that.
hate y'all. I don't think there's anything bad wrong with y'all. I like men. And whether I collect bodies or not, that's none of your business. And I find it very insulting that you have women up on these panels, like myself, like Brooke, like Queen, and yet if you don't get the answer that you feel is necessary, then you want to combat it with this shit about, and I'm talking to everybody. I'm not just talking
You
to
mean
Smitty.
respond with logic and truth? Yeah, a lot of people see. Listen. It's a reason why they say you can't handle the truth. Listen, a lot of people. No. It's very cliche, but it's some real shit.
Who's truth?
A lot. No. Wait.
What
No.
truth?
Give me 1 second on my show. Thank you. A lot of people cannot handle that. Brooke, hold on. I'm gonna let you rebuttal. Then Brooke, I'm gonna go ahead and go to you. I see y'all.
You got it, babe.
Doing a great job.
Thank you, and I'll never let it go, and I'll always have it. I appreciate you for recognizing.
I wasn't
I appreciate
talking to
you for recognizing.
But, okay, you got it.
Thank you, and I'll never leave it. So, what I'm saying is this. When it comes to whatever it is that you're doing in your life, Chocolate, listen, I'm not even in the mind capacity to like or dislike it because you're not even in thought. See, the only way for me to like or dislike is to think about you. No, slow down. Slow down.
That's not what I said, Smitty. I don't care if you like me
I
or
need
not.
for you to slow down and let me finish.
Oh my gosh. Like, what am I saying?
You're saying something out of turn while I'm speaking. Mute your mic, please. Now, what I'm saying is that don't nobody think about you. Don't nobody think about none of y'all up here. I'm talking about even to my fellas, nothing personal. I got too much going on in my life. Okay? So when it comes to that, the only thing that I do is I observe. I've then taken data I then sit and marinate on that data. I then go over 2-3 times to make sure that whatever it is I'm about to speak on, I'm thorough on it. Okay? So the only thing that I'm doing is I am just replaying back information that has been received. From real life encounters all the way up to actual maybe like videos and shorts and everything else. It's a combination of all these things. Okay? So I'm not just speaking from some like side of my neck type shit. All right? Everything that I'm saying to you right now is from thorough observation. I promise you, there are things. Have you ever heard me talk about a nuclear reactor? You want to know why? Because I don't know a damn thing about it. And you won't. You won't hear me talk about that shit because I don't know a motherfucking thing about a nuclear reactor. You won't hear me talk about nothing that I have not thoroughly examined, my love. All right, you got me now? So what I want you to do is you can go ahead and rebuttal. Brooke, you got the floor after that. And I digress, my mic is muted. Rock out.
You got it, Brooke. I hand it off to you, love.
Very smart decision. Brooke, rock out.
If you have something to say it, Queen. I will wait for you.
Do you want me to speak? Why do you have to do that? Like, why is that necessary to throw that dig? Like, I'm trying to be respectful to your panel, and I said what I had to say, and I was passing it on to Brooke, and then you're gonna say smart decision. What does that even mean? Like, if we're having a conversation, let's have it. I'm not trying to dig at you and what you say. I'm talking about how you misinterpret what I say. What I'm talking about is why. Why do we care so much? I'm not policing what men wear. I don't care what you wear. If I'm attracted to it, I'm attracted to it. But what I continue to hear on these panels is this twisted version of what women, don't get on here and complain. You can say whatever you want. That's in the Constitution. I got the First Amendment behind me. I can say whatever I want to say. Is there consequences to that? Of course there is. But all I'm saying is all women don't fit in the same box, just like all the brothers on here don't fit in the same box. And all I'm asking for is the respect, but you don't give me that, because what you do is you take a portion of what I say and you twist it as if I'm saying something else. I don't need to know your personal business. I wasn't trying to know your personal business. All I'm saying is I'm coming from a place of perspective. That's it. Perspective, right? Ain't this what this is about? And so if you're
all I did was respond to your respective.
You did.
You're up in your kids. I feel great. I'm about to roll another J. I'm about to get the popcorn. I'm chilling like shit though.
I'm not.
All I did was respond to your respective. I didn't call you any names.
Hold on, real quick.
I didn't curse at you.
Hold on.
I just responded to your perspective. There she go. There go that beauty. There go that beauty. What's going on?
That's my
Talk to me not about me. Talk to me not about me.
Huge event. It's a huge event.
Again, let me just say this. I find it disgusting and deplorable that we are concerned about what women wear. You have children, you sweated and made them, then you better start teaching them. And if you don't know shit, get on Google, go to the goddamn library. I am tired of it being where I have to be responsible for someone else's children. Unless I'm teaching or being a doctor, a pediatrician, it is your job to get the information. It is your job to take care of your children. It is your job to feed them, clothe them, and educate them. Now, in that breath, if you don't know how to do it, they're called parenting classes. They used to be available in places like the hood, but they shut that down, right? Because they don't care. The government, it does not care whether we have more or less kids. They need workers, they need bodies. You want to talk about the truth of what is happening in our community? Then here's the truth. Like I said earlier, if we don't start building our own hospitals, banks, restaurants, things like that, education. We don't even own a fucking community college.
Oh yeah, we had that before welfare kicked in.
Yeah, before we had it before, but that don't
we
mean
had
shit.
that before
We
welfare
need to
kicked
have
in,
it
right?
now.
Shout
We
out
need
to
to have it
Craig
now. Now we need to have it. You talk
We all
about what
know
are
who
people
benefits from
doing?
welfare.
I'll say what I'm doing. I'm looking at land right now. Because it is time for people to have a fucking community. It is time for Black women to feel safe. It is time for Black children to be able to go outside, ride their bikes, and play without having to worry about somebody coming up and snatching them or shooting them or doing anything to it. I don't know what stats you had or what earlier, because Ruthless was talking about that. Ain't no 80% of Black people doing okay, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't have the problems that we do. It is me. That is my feeling on what life is right now. And there are a lot of people who agree with me. I'm not here to play games with y'all. I don't have to play a game with you, Smitty. I owe you nothing like that. And no disrespect to any of the men on the panel. You live how you live. But I don't. I find it disrespectful that you generalize us in a way that is always negative. Y'all go straight to the negative. You don't talk about positive women on here. So stop playing. The hypocritical shit is amazing to me. I ain't heard you mention a positive Black woman yet. You showing clips about some man sitting on the couch trying to tell Black men what to do. Who the fuck is he? You are doing what you have to do. We live in the real world, of course, every day. I care about children. I care about other people's children. I also care about the elderly. I care about the fact that we got young men still in prison and they building more prisons so that they can do the pipeline to prison in these school systems that are fucking falling apart. But I'm a man, right? I'm being masculine. Well, if that's the case and that's what it takes for me to make a difference in my community, then I stand all 10 toes down without any apologies. So just to make it clear who the fuck I am. And why I say what I
call
say.
it a passionate woman, but okay, whoever called you masculine, I mean, I saw a very passionate sister. Brooke, you got the floor. Love.
Don't take that. Don't take that. Do
What?
not take it and twist it. I didn't say
what?
that you called me masculine. I didn't
What?
say that, and I would like for you.
You said the word masculine. I said I don't take it that way. I said all I heard was a passionate sister. I can't give you a compliment without rebuttal. What the fuck going on tonight? I'm trying to give you a compliment.
I don't, Smitty.
Why is there rebuttal to a compliment?
I want you to say what I said. I said, if I have been called masculine. Did I say Smitty called me masculine?
I never said you did.
You don't have to say anything. It's not a compliment, sir. Like you've been getting on me since I got up here.
I'm not getting on you.
It seems like foreplay. Is this foreplay?
Fuck no. Only foreplay I do is with my woman. I only foreplay with my woman. She don't even want to get that. She don't even want to get all of that. Nope, not near one of y'all. Not near one of y'all can get that.
Excuse me. Can I say something? Because I'm actually gonna drop down.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Can I just speak really quickly? Because then I'm gonna drop down because it's a little bit too ratchet for me up here. So I just want to say this, and then I'm gonna get off. In regards to, and I said that. In regards to women exposing themselves inside of supermarkets, it's a certain level of skank that goes with that. All right. I don't care what nobody says. I have a body. My body is actually dope. So if anybody wants to try to attack how my body might or might look, you don't fucking know because I don't show it. All right. But actually, I have a decent body. All right. I'm okay. I'm not old as hell. I'm actually at a decent age. But I don't have to show my body. There is some a level of respect to a woman and just being curious and knowing what she looks like. There is a such thing as what do they say? Like what is that stupid thing about cat? Like mouse chase, whatever. I don't fucking know. All right?
Subjective.
It's not. It's morally
That's
correct.
Your opinion. That's not every woman. You get what I'm saying? So you can't say.
Hold on, Brooke.
Anyway, I'm speaking. I'm sorry.
She's been quiet all night. Let her finish. Let her finish. She's been quiet all night.
You can say what you want, but I'm speaking. Thank you.
You are so.
It's a certain level of morals that a real woman has and can identify with, whether she has kids or not. If you're going outside and you have your ass and your titties out, there's a certain level of skank that follows it. And then there's a smell that comes after that. So no matter what you have to say, there is definitely some level of respect that you should have for yourself. Forget anybody else's kids that are involved. Yes, kids seeing it is fucking degrading. And it's so terrible to hear women, especially Black women, talk about how this is right when we know it's not the fucking case. It's aggravating as shit. And again, it's degrading and it's fucking embarrassing. So I don't care what nobody says. They can say, "Oh, it's subjective. It's some stupid ass shit that we keep saying." I don't know who pulled that off their ass, but put it back. All right. There's a certain level of respect that you should have to yourself. Nobody gives about nobody's titties. All right. Everybody's seen them. It's now we all know what they look like. It's not a secret. All right. We'll walk out with them things. But anyways, I'm gonna go have a good night. And rest in my morals and values as a woman. Salute to the men. Salute to the men and women on the panel that knows what that looks like. All right. And y'all have a decent night.
I'm absolutely loving it. I'm absolutely loving it.
Shout out.
My guest.
Yeah. So floor is open.
When I made my statement based on what I was saying, this is something that goes far beyond a lot of people's level.
Hold on. The problem is that you keep letting these chicks go. Other than chocolate up.
The man was talking, bro.
Now let me tell you something.
But the man was talking though, bro.
She didn't get mad until I try to put you and Chocolate Earth together. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. You got what I'm saying? And to throw out all those insults and then you leave. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you mad? That's jealousy to me. You jealous, man? What's the problem?
Oh my
God. Go ahead and finish, sir.
Humbly.
What just happened? What just happened?
Nothing. Let the man talk. Nothing happened.
The sisterhood ain't sisterhood.
What I'm trying to point out is that what the sister said before she left is something that happened for multiple generations. Looking at the Black community today, I have noted this has been going on for almost 20 years plus. There's a thing called the Tale of Two Black America. What a lot of Black community don't know what is really going on. And I spoke to Chocolate Earth about it the other night. We did a show about it almost a year ago on BMU. How did a group of people, Kevin Samuel have been spoken about what we call the brain drain. People who saw their community as a stain to their image. They don't want to be associated with it. So they decide to move away from it. They be people of the same ethnic group, same mindset to build a new community, but quietly so that those folks from that old community don't want to come over and think what they're trying to build. I understand what Chocolate Earth trying to build also. That's the same mindset these people have, but they also know it comes with a moral campus.
Right.
If you don't have a moral foundation about integrity, about respect, about honor, there's no way you can build a community whereby people go respect one another and look out for one another. It is bound to be that way. When you travel the world and you see other ethnic communities and see how they operate, see how they do business, and see how they share wealth within themselves. In some cases, they have what they call arranged marriages. Sometimes the arranged marriage, it could be political. Sometimes the arranged marriage could be financial. Either way, they're mixing two families to make sure the lineage and their heritage grows strong within those two families. That's what they're trying to do. But also, there's the image that come along with it. Yes, we have some playboys, ethnic group who want to marry the scandal. That's it. Okay, that's cool. That's it on them. They had to deal when they're working with a fellow businessman who may not want to be around them based on what kind of image they're portraying. That do affect people based long term. It's not just only among the African community, it's also within the Middle Eastern community as well as in the Asian community as well. The Middle East, they don't play around with that image. It's key to them. How you conduct yourself, say a lot how they can do business. I'm not trying to take a pay from Anton, but Anton said it best. The kind of woman he had in him, with that doing the woman he can know that she can help him close deals for him, get business for him, be a mere representative of who he is. But if I have a woman who did not merit what I stand for, did not merit what I believe in, and the total opposite of what I'm trying to do, she can handle my business. She can mess things up for me on a long-term basis without even realizing that. Because in reality, we can build whatever kind of business we want in this world today. But if we're trying to deal with people, well, JT, you are so wrong for this.
Not the
You are
goat.
so wrong for this. I thought you were gonna have a show about that, but that'll be another conversation.
Ooh,
There
how
are
big it go?
people. Oh God.
I'm curious. Oh my goodness. Hey, it may not even be goats. It may be chickens.
That conversation is not as simple. I told JT, I told Blackman I felt it's not simple. It's very, very vicious, but in a way that people are not prepared for. But what I'm trying to point out is this: if we want to build out the community, we have to build out something that's very solid, that have been tested throughout time, and that have been successful at it. We can't say you want to be about something and your image say otherwise. People say, do what I say, not as I do. But people see what you do. When your word and your action is not aligned with one another, it will contradict each other, one way or the other. And that is the problem. So when women want to do it, that I say it's fine. Do what you want to do. Because there are people who from what you call prominent family don't want their son to bring such women that will bring a level of shame to their name. When you talk about building legacy, building financial wealth, building something with a strong foundation, they're referring to their last name, they're referring to their legacy, they're referring to the representative who they really are. That is the issue. Yeah, there's a lot of business women out there building business. Yeah. Question is, if you don't have a heir to take over the business, when you're gone, who will take over that? Let's talk about long term. There are people who have passed down the business by more than 4 to 5 generations, and their wealth is unheard of because they don't put it out there. It kept quiet for a reason. Only those within their circle do business among them. Everyone can start a business, but are you growing that business to the next generation? Are you bringing people who can take that business to the next level? Because what I'm seeing right now for the past 5 or 6 years, that people who are, I can't call it ignorant, but they completely useless, take their parent business and drive it to the ground. And that business is gone. Compute. Deleted. Reason why, they wasn't building people who can see long term. They're building just for right now. I just want to have my fun. This is why I say, do what you want to do. That is fine. But there's a division that has been going on for more than 2 decades. Kevin Samuel spoke about it, but I already knew about it. Do what we have to call a brain drain. They know what they want. They know what they're going after. That's why we have right now, we have black-owned manufacturing, but it's not on this land. It's outside this land. A Nigerian being that got murdered because he built his bank to be the next level, and they took him out. Sorry, deleted. There are things that are being doing already internationally speaking. We would love to do it over here, but we know what the issue may be like. So we want to make sure we take it out of the land of people who want to go behind and sabotage. A fellow brother from Philadelphia got a chicken farm in Kenya that worth millions of dollars. They're selling eggs. I share this information with a lot of people because there's things that are going on. It's far beyond what people expect it to be. Yeah, we need our own institution here, but who will fund it? That's the question we're going to have. Who will fund the institution you want to build here? Because last I checked, those institutions of the past were funded by prominent families.
Right. I would love to answer after you're done. If somebody else is going, that's fine. But on a business level.
Nah, you got it, Chocolate. Floor's open. You got it.
Go ahead.
To your question, thank you. To your question, you're absolutely right. Who's going to fund it? So when I started what I started, I knew that I would need to start from the ground up. Because if I allow any institution to be involved, then now I have to deal with what they're going to want me to do. So yeah, I have to build this stuff myself. I am teaching my brother how to build. I know about plumbing. I know about electricity. I know about solar panels. I have been working on this since 2018. So I knew that once I cracked it, or once I got started, I had to start from the ground up, meaning I have to use this with my own hands, because that is why now there's that prominent family money. They got that money from getting their feet into the ground. They started out, like, for instance, the Kennedys. I'm not even going to go back to the Rockefellers. Let's just talk about the Kennedys. The father was a bootlegger. He sold liquor.
Right.
And so he decided, well, I don't want y'all selling liquor. We're going to take this money and I'm going to put it into you to be political.
Right.
So it's the same process as having our own, meaning start with the food. You start feeding people, you start housing people, then you have control over educating them. Then you have control over finding out who you can weed out, who wants to learn a trade. Because again, not only can we deal with the children, we also have to deal with the adults. Because if we don't, then children don't buy nothing right now. Adults have to go out and work and give their kids money so they can buy shit, right? They're not driving. They're not making cars. So when we talk about children and we want to talk about preparedness, that's it. It's from the ground up. It's from putting your motherfucking hands in the ground and building what you want to see happen. That's just my mindset. And it happens to be in a woman's body. But it is the same formula that has been done over and over again by other cultures. The same shit. They do it from the ground up. The Jewish community didn't come here with pounds of money. I don't want to compare to any other culture. They're doing what you should do in a community. They started from the ground up. If you know the history of how, yes, they may have went in World War II and saved them and brought a whole bunch of people over here, but when it was all said and done, Jewish people were treated just like Black people in this same country. And so they got together and started making their own markets, buying up their own real estate, housing their own people. That is what has to happen. And it shouldn't matter whose body is in it. There are plenty of women who are down to build just like myself. I know, I've met them. And they are doing it. I'm doing it my way. They doing it their way. My goal is to, by the time I'm finished, I want to make sure that there are chocolate earth farms all over the country. Because there's land available all over the country.
I'm glad you said that.
And y'all got
I really pray that you get that done too, sis, and I wish you the best.
I'm glad you explained that. When I mentioned
The chocolate earth, everything you're doing is commendable. But unfortunately, the one caveat that is left out when we try to compare ourselves to these tycoons of America, they're white. They would never allow you or anyone that looks like you to get to that level and have those type of resources.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, sir. And I apologize. I apologize for cutting you off.
Listen.
Hold on, no, I just want to give you. No, it's not disagree. I want to give you a fact. I have been invited. The town I live in is not owned by Black people. My politicking has gotten me to the place where I am going forth in front of the Chamber of Commerce and presenting what I'm doing so that I can be a part of the business circle. So to say that they're not going to do it, this ain't the 1800s. Nobody's coming to get me.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's not about somebody coming to get you.
But that's
not
what
about
you're
that.
saying.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say somebody's coming to get you. What I'm saying is this. Regardless of what you're doing, if you don't allow those others to get in on what you're doing, it ain't gonna happen. You can get invited. Great. I'm glad to see it. I don't care if you're a woman, alphabet community, male, or whatever.
Right.
If you can get invited, great.
The powers
But you're
that
not
be.
going to be able to do it without their permission and without you attaching them to the project.
Everything is about them. Where do you get your LLC, sir? Where do you get your business from? The government? Who is owned by who?
What I'm
When
saying
I
is this.
registered, what do you?
I'm not
I'm
saying
sorry,
that. You just let me
Trey.
finish. You just jump in. You just jump in. I'm not
Because
saying
I
that.
don't
You can go.
understand. Like it's
You can
just
get all. Listen. I'm a construction engineer. I can get all the documentation I want through them. I'm going to have to. I got to go through the county. I got to go through, get all my codes, and everything you're doing has to be according to code and regulation. Simple. The fact is this, and there are skilled African-American construction workers. Unfortunately, it's not enough because not enough young black men feel that that's an important skill to receive. I'm saying is you're going to have to attach others outside of your culture to this project that you're trying to build.
But I know that. I've done that already. Like,
okay,
wouldn't
and
that
that's
be
great.
the case?
Listen, getting invited to the table is one thing, and I hope you get it. See, listen, you just want to listen, please. You just
Don't
want
tell me what I want to be, sir. That's not it.
What I'm just saying, you're responding, then I didn't finish. Then you can jump in all you want.
Okay.
I hope you get everything that you're asking for from the people that you're going to ask it from. I hope you get all of that. And please, I understand that women are hypergamous. So everything we say, I don't necessarily speak to the people on this panel. I don't. I'm talking to that everyday person, that person that hasn't gotten to be an over bald head dude like me or a 45, 50-year-old woman who's already lived her life. No, I'm not speaking to us. We've already had our chance. I'm speaking to that person who hasn't started out. One of the easiest way to bypass all of this is to gain those skills yourself. You said you know about those skills, but for a brother, you have to be able to get into the union in order to be afforded the licenses to do these projects. They won't let us do it without being in the union. So you have to get.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead and finish.
If brothers get the skills, unfortunately, not enough brothers are looking at those hands-on skills to earn a living. But those are the very skills that's going to take you and your family out of your 2-bedroom apartment into your own home. But brothers don't want to do it the slow way. They want the fast money, which is great, but that's no generation, nothing in her.
Can I add this on, Brother Trey? The reason why the brothers are not looking at it that way is because the women are not looking at it that way.
But that's the thing, brother.
Most brothers want a woman. That's the reason why they go out to do the fast things, to get the fast money. Because most women want the fast money. Now, I'm agreeing with you, bro. But I just want to add that.
Think about it. We hear it now. We can say, okay, I mean, I wish we could have said, man, if we ever get to this point, we're here now. And brothers have seen for the last 5 to 10 years where it has gotten them focusing on a woman who is strictly saying, look, if you don't have these resources, even though we both came from the projects and I worked my way up, you don't qualify for me. So for a brother 21 years old, you qualify yourself by focusing on self only. You can take $40, $50, $100 every 6 months and get your pressure relief. You can do that. But everything in between that time, especially you loyal to the United States, because most of us are loyal to the United States. We ain't going nowhere but the vacation, and we bringing ourselves back because we don't want to lose our house and we don't want to lose our apartment. You're coming right back here. So in between that time, you go to all these countries, learn the skills that they have, because guess what? Those men, they're out on a stoop creating whatever they're creating. They're not in an air-conditioned factory. They're out in the hot sun with some damn sandals on with no deodorant. So if you want to learn skills, don't limit yourself, whether you're learning a skill trade in a college, the military, or just getting the skill trade however you get it. Shade tree mechanic. If you get the skill, you get the skill. And you can't worry about what women are doing. Y'all were raised by the same mama and had the same daddy who wasn't shit. So how are you expecting to get it? Focusing on that. Now is the greatest time for any black man in America, and I'm going to say this till I ain't hear no more, to focus on self, to start solidifying your little space in this country. Your little patch of grass, your little patch of dirt in this country, and solidify that, because over the next 5 to 10 years, guess what? Your ass either gonna have to go work in the orchard field, the apple field, some might have to go back to the cotton field, or you're just gonna be a nuisance and they're gonna continue to do what they do to you. So you gotta make a decision today.
And that is fact, because here this
So I don't know what else to say. We've been talking about this a time.
We did came from a panel and we were talking about similar issue as well. But what I do know and what I do understand what has been happening as of lately, slowly but steady, people are now realizing what is going on here on this country. I'll say it very crystal clear. There's a reason why people from my country marry more than one woman. That's to build wealth, meaning every woman is doing something to bring money into the particular pool to build something much bigger, that's bigger than them, that's bigger than him. There's a brother who from Philadelphia, he moved to the Middle East, he got 3 wives. Ask him why he doing it, he trying to build wealth. Every one of his women that's working. What Chocolate Earth is doing is completely great. But what Trey is saying, we need way more black body who are able and skilled to assist her on that project. There's not enough of us. We were coming from a panel where you see how the Jewish community, they popping out kids like a factory. And the reason why they're doing that, because they're building the workforce they can rely on. They don't want to deal with outside people because they realize they don't see things the way they see it. I live in Brooklyn, New York. The Jewish community is tight-knit. They got their own everything. You know how many schools they have in New York, especially Brooklyn alone? More than 30. That's because the Jewish people think like a monolith. Keyword, like a monolith. No one can be individual.
Right.
I said in the other panel before, one moment you say black people are not a monolith, we want to have a community. But the Jewish people act like a monolith and they think like a community. They go in the same direction and they're working together. That's how it works. That's how they stand the test of time. It's not just the Jews that are doing it. Other ethnic groups are doing the same exact thing. I'll be frank with you guys. If I never came to the U.S. and I was stuck in my country, I would have had more than 2 or 3 wives already. And we would be building something for the next generation. I could have almost like 15 kids. We'll talk. And each one is doing something. As long as they bring the wealth back to the family so we can build something much bigger. That's what the goal is. It's all about duty. But I hate
Can I
to
ask
say
a
this.
question after you're done, sir?
No problem. I'll finish up real quick. I think the problem we have here, there's too much individualism going on. It's all about me, me, me. We want to spend and enjoy life. But when we spend and enjoy life, what this guy said, right there, how many people who can say they have a saving that can succeed past their retirement? And that struck a chord because money education, money IQ is not being taught with our own community like it should be. The word being other communities are already gaming the system to go to the next level. And I'm glad we got people like Chocolate who can do these things. There's people like her also, both male and female, do the same exact thing. And then some. The problem is, actually trying to do it like in the community, unless you're of the same mind, it doesn't work. If you try to be like a monolith, then everybody will go their separate way. No one's trying to build anything together. But we think about the same goal. You don't have to be the arm. You could be the leg. You could be the ear. You could be the kneecap. As long as you're going to the same direction, it's going to work. We'll talk. Go ahead, Chocolate.
I like that, bro. One body. I like that.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So should I get more than one husband then? Because that's what I heard y'all say. Like you have more than one wife, and so I need to go. I can't with y'all. Come on.
I get the
I'm
joke. I
trolling.
get the joke.
She couldn't help herself. She could not help herself.
No,
Go ahead.
I
I got
cannot
y'all.
because I don't. Y'all is wild to me. Like I am blown away because it's like
chocolate.
no disrespect.
You don't need
No
no
disrespect.
husband. I go to the motherland, get 5 mandingo. When they come over here, you be in a wheelchair.
I don't. It's okay, sir. It's all right. I'm good.
See, you actually have any
It's
husband.
hard.
That's it. You don't
It's
need
hard
husband. I'll get a
enough.
strong one.
No, because it's hard enough to deal with one of y'all. I'll need several. So my thing is, I'm sorry.
I'm like 3 of them niggas in one body. I'm like 3 of them niggas. So yeah, good luck
I
to me.
can't. And no disrespect, Trey.
Hold on, Smitty.
I just
The reason I say that, Smitty, African men are crazy in the head. When I say they're crazy in the
yes,
head,
they are.
American men are crazy.
Yes, I have been stalked.
They be jokes. It's a joke in my country. My country is Nigeria.
Well, yeah, African dudes are
This is
narcissists.
no, forget the narcissistic part. This is
Oh my gosh. Wow.
divorce in our country is mostly done because men are too hungry of their women to the point the women have to hide in their parents' house. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
It's
seen
not
them.
a-
They will snatch you
A
out your
bunch of
crib.
horny toads.
They
A
trying
bunch
to
of
break
horny
women. No, Tony. They're like wild animals.
Listen, can I
You got the
just
woman
say this?
pine, man.
Hold
Come on,
on.
you got the woman pine now.
Can I just point out, being that I think I'm the only woman left on the panel,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this.
Appreciate you.
No disrespect to y'all, like for real, but I'm gonna be honest. Everything that you guys are saying, like for instance, Trey, you said young black men. You didn't even mention young black women. There are black women in construction. There are black women builders. Now hold on, please let me finish. It's not a man woman thing. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. The way I see the world is that I don't separate us like this. Like if you want that communicative, then you gotta respect the women who ain't wife material. I'm not. I'm gonna just say it. I know this. I've known it the majority of my life. I don't want to put no man through anything because I know I'm not that woman. I like to build. I like to create. I like to see things happen. So I put all my energy into that. I am teaching my brother how to run the business so that when my time comes, he can keep it for his family. My sister can keep it for her family because they're younger than me. And then I have nephews. Those are the young men and women I'm speaking about. So I feel you on that. But I guess what bothers me is,
and I'm glad you said
that. I'm glad that y'all want black men to step up to the plate. But sometimes it's just about seeing anybody black, man or woman, doing anything. And we can't negate people because of their age. It ain't never too late to learn some shit and change shit. Like people have been in their 40s, 50s, 60s and come in and created things that changed the world. We have, if you want to see better, then we got to take out the ageism, the sexism. That has to go. Like, I feel like this, I would not be bothered with working with other men. But I'm going to tell you, you know who I get the most pushback from? When I talk about building, when I talk about how we can make money doing it, how we can gain wealth by looking out for our people, it's black men.
Of course.
Let me respond to that.
You know why?
I'm glad you tell how you see you are. Because here the trickiness behind it. A woman like you will be chased heavy by African men who have business because they see that mindset of you and they want you to be their wife, knowing that they can trust you for certain business and you'll make sure that business grow. That is why we have been trying to explain to a lot of people, we African, we think a little bit different. If a woman like you who's a builder who wants to build something, guess what? If you marry a wealthy man, he will expect you to build that business to a certain degree. He will come back and inspect it. If he see that you need help with something, he will come and help you with that particular project you're working on. We don't care if you're educated, as long as you are driven and you have a purpose that will benefit the family, by all means, do it. Or we want to actually let us know. If you need help, let us know. Don't be quiet about it. That's the thing.
Chocolate Earth, you know why most a lot of black men speak out against women in construction? You know why they do?
No interruption. You got it, sir.
I'm asking you a question. Do you know why most black men speak out against women in construction?
I stopped listening. Maybe you can tell me because it's the same rhetoric. It's never anything different.
No. Because I'm only going with what the facts are in this regard. Most black men want to be able to work with their hands. A lot of black men over the past 100 years have tried to get in these spaces of construction. Guess what? They've always been denied.
There's always a different path. There's always a different path.
What I'm saying, some men want to do construction, but they won't. They don't allow men into those spaces. A man of color into those spaces. So just what they can do is they can kill two minority birds with one stone. And again, it's only 3.7% of women that's of all races in construction. 3.7%. And most of those women, you're an outlier because you speak about what you know. Most of those women, they go into the management part. They're not out there pouring the concrete, framing the walls, framing the house up on the roof. Or they out there holding the flag. When they outside there, it's just holding the flag so the next lane of traffic can come through. They're not climbing up on top of these buildings. They're not welding these big. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought I muted myself. No, you good. Go ahead, please. I don't want to interrupt you. I apologize.
So what I'm saying is the fact that you like to get into that, great. If you can get 10 other women to follow you in that, that means women are changing a little bit and they're putting the duty first. You understand that because I understand because you speak a lot how you feel, but unfortunately, it's when it comes to getting shit done, men don't care how you feel. I don't care how none of these dudes feel on when it comes to getting stuff done because we got to get that shit done. We can't move off how we feel about something. It's truth and logic. Is that shit gonna benefit us? Yes. If no, get that shit out of here. Simple as that. Now, another way, and you're gonna do it how you do it. Once you get that approval for what you're going for, you go get every fucking boy or fake man between the ages of 16 and 55 and tell their ass come out there to help you. If you can't do that, you go find all the women and say us women can do that shit ourselves. And you show them those skills. Because guess what? Now I don't have to buy that 5-bedroom, $500,000 house I can't afford. I can get that 3-bedroom, 2-bedroom with the full basement. I can gut it out and I can fix that shit up and make it worth $500,000 because now I've acquired the skills. Now, are you gonna listen? And there's another thing. If you're not certified to do that, they won't let you out there to do it. You're gonna hold the fucking flag. Now, if they can acquire the skills and get those certifications, great, but they're gonna be out 35, 40,000. So my solution to that is go to your ass to the military for 3 years and learn that skill and bring it back to the community. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't do it. And look, also go to your local church. Go to your local church and say, Pastor, I need some people. Church, I need some of y'all to support this.
So why hasn't that been done already? What you're saying
because
is
niggas don't want to. Because niggas don't want to. Do you know what we do? Real quick, chocolate. Yes. Real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all rock out. Real quick. You know, it's a lot of talk. Listen, it's just like, you know how I look at why we don't get shit done? It's almost like when you got that lazy ass sibling or relative living with you, like, look, you gotta get a job. And you come home from work and they're on the couch or something. You're like, so did you go up to the interview today I set up for you? And you're like, man, buses wasn't even running. Couldn't even make it. It's like, bruh, You trying to tell me you didn't make it simply because the buses weren't running? So only thing I'm saying is in correlation to us when you ask why we not getting it done, because niggas love excuses. See, we love to talk about how we can't do it so we don't have to put the work in.
And
We
that's all
love
I
to talk
get.
about every
Yes.
obstacle. Hold on. We love to
Mm.
talk about every single obstacle that's in the way. We love to talk about how because the white man holding me down, because you know I got felonies. I can't do this, I can't do that because of this, because of that. And honestly, what I'm really truly seeing, because when I recognize that there are endless examples of people who have been beyond behind the 8 ball and still motherfucking won that bitch. And then I look at people that's just real deal, like, well, I mean, and so I'm not getting on what you're saying. I'm actually giving you an answer, or at least what I have observed, should I say, right?
It's the same
The
here.
reason why it's not getting done is because we're too focused on excuses as to why it's like the person that don't want to go to the gym. Oh no, I don't like being around people. Oh man, my knee today, my knee. You know, it's just all the excuses in the world as to why you won't get the F up and go get that weight off you. Or why you won't get up and go ahead and get that project done. Or why you won't get up and go ahead and get this certified or what have you. We have all the excuses in the world. The excuses is the reason why we won't do it. I digress. My mic is muted, Rock.
Now, I will add to that. He totally correct. I see that out here in New York City. Now, chocolate, I work with computer, correct, right? Now, if I was in your region, your area, and I hear such a project and I meet you in person, you know I got laid off, I will come on your project and learn the skills. So I will have 2 set of skills, one for
Right.
computer, one for construction.
And one for
I wanted
exactly.
to do that because I know it will go a long way. So if I work with you on your project for the next couple of months or so, I develop a couple of skills here and there, and I see this make more money than my computer, I can say the computer can wait and we can do on this thing right here and build it
I'm
to the next level. You
exactly
are
because
taught
it's just
that in my,
like what
this
you're
is why I
saying. You're
say
in tech. Yeah.
this is why I say as an African, we are taught to be resourceful. We were taught to think on our feet.
I really
I
like the way you
watch
put
kids.
it. That's
I
the way
watch
my
young.
mama raised me to
I
be
watch young.
resourceful.
But let me tell you something. I don't think
Go
y'all
ahead.
understand this. I watch kids in my country at the age of 8, 9, 10 who was not allowed to go to school will make over, you're not gonna believe it, between 500 to 1,000 plus brick a day on their own. They have put clip on TikTok showing these young kids making brick like they're pros, and they do that thing quick on the fly. They know how to be efficient with it. I'm seeing people, if they cannot go to school because their father is sick, they run their shop with their aunt, learn all type of skill to make money. There's African people who came here with little to nothing, set up a hair braiding shop and making killer bread just braiding people's head day in and day out, non-stop, without no vacation. When we come here on the ground running. We don't got time trying to look cute. That is the thing. That's why I'm glad what you said, because I'm telling you, if you have Africans who see what you want to be a part of your party, they will come and learn from you. Right out the back. Learn the skill, learn everything, and take it to the next level. The problem with what Smitty was saying is totally correct. There are people who like to make excuses and too goddamn lazy. This is why, as a man, I'm allergic to weak ass men. I don't got tolerance for men who make excuses. If you don't got a trade, learn something. Get good at something. Build a skill set. You don't have to go to college. Go to a trade school, learn something. Make yourself productive. That's what we have within our black. People don't want to be productive anymore. Everybody want to eat. That's why you have a fluctuator of people on social media making a fool of themselves. We'll talk. I'm in New York. If I was in your area, you will find me in your area every single day trying to learn that skill set from you to the point where I'm a pro and then some and take it to the next level. Even though if I got laid off from my tech job or something, I could care less. At least I'll lose some weight. At least I'll be ripped like a monster and keep it pushing. That is how we are built, with a sense of responsibility. That's what's lacking a lot of men today. They don't have a sense of responsibility and accountability. They're not hungry for anything. They just want to be lazy and full of shit. You're doing a great thing. I would say it again, Chocolate. You're doing a great thing. The problem is, too many of our people don't want to do anything great. They want things handed to them. I'm 45. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'm a glutton to hard work. I'm a workaholic. So if I was able to move out of this city and go to your area and do that project with you, give me 2 years. I'll take that project from you and then so you say, God damn, you don't take a break? I say, hell no. I'm enjoying this shit. That's the kind of person I am. I haven't taken vacation over 25 years. I don't plan to do anytime doing this. I achieve my goals. You get me?
Yes, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the reason I even come on these panels and talk to people or talk to guys or talk to women, whatever it may be. It's because I'm this is a portion of my community, those of us who are on YouTube. And of just like there's a portion of our community who are Black farmers. There's a portion of our community that is still in agriculture. Yes, it's small. So and women in agriculture. I live in a state that is begging for agriculture and housing because there isn't any. We are like second in the nation for homelessness. And it can't be that everybody lazy. That just can't be the case. But what the case turns out to be is health issues, veterans, single parents, men and women both. I've been down to Camp City. I've been down to the shelter. I see these people. It breaks my fucking heart because it's like, you got all this space and all this land and you telling me that there's not that many of us in this big ass country, 330 million. People think we in the billions from other countries. And we're not. But I may be just one person, yes. But I have heard all of what has been said from Black men because I'm like, then shouldn't we want to work together? Shouldn't we want to make something better for the children that we scream about? And it's just like, on an economic stance, it's good business. If you take care of those who need being taken care of, I read an article, and I'm happy to find it, and I'll have it ready for you guys. There's an article that was written by I can't remember. Excuse me. Anyway, the article was talking about the corporations in this country. This was done in 2021, where they took a survey and did like a census of the money that's left on the table because a lot of these companies do not cater or provide for Black people or Black communities, so to speak. Almost $300 billion is left on the table. So if I take my little Black ass and just want to go, let me take care of my folks. And it is in 5 categories: agriculture, housing, transportation, health, and our finances. I don't have to be a banker. I don't have to be all of that. Just building that. So that is the start of a community. When our boy from Facebook, he got his money, he built a hospital in his neighborhood. You can take that money, and my brain goes like this. I take my food money, then I put it into the infrastructure money. Now I don't have to go to a bank. I'm the developer, because in my ring, I'm considered a developer. So I don't need a license to develop. And it's my property. So I can do as I please. The goal is 3,000 acres eventually over the years I hope to acquire. And yes, I've heard it all. Oh, this ain't gonna go. You need this, you need that. but nobody's willing to provide that. What I find interesting, and it also is hypocritical, and I also find it, like kind of like a little sting. It's like, okay, the skills that I have learned, I had several teachers along the way, right? So here I am now with these skills, and I want to share those skills with other people. Oh yeah, I got about 10 women, but we all over the country, right? We spread out. So the goal is, once I get my farm set up, then I go and help them get theirs set up. And the only thing they got to do for me is keep my name on that farm. It's like franchising. That's it. Now we're providing fresh fruits and vegetables for poor people. We are on their level. If you grow something and then you offer, like you can go to, what's the name, market. You know what I'm talking about? When you go, so they have them on Saturdays or whatever. Right.
The farmer's market. Farmer market.
Farmer market, thank you. They take SNAP. They take EBT. So as a business, if I am which is my goal after one step, the next step is, hey, get my SNAP approval so that now I can provide those different things to people who usually it's not provided to. Food deserts still exist in this country. That means you are a mile or more away from a grocery store. Now they got Dollar Generals, Dollar Trees, 99-cent stores all up in the hood because they get a kickback. So it's like, why is that so unheard of, or somebody got to come and the boogeyman coming to tear it all apart? Not if I do it right. There's black businesses going on that ain't nobody crucified them for. There's a black bread company. Brother just opened up a grocery store in his neighborhood. Like, these things are happening. So I don't understand. I'm not that different. I'm not doing nothing that is any more special than the people before me. I just see that there needs to be a need. Totally, and that's it.
You're totally correct.
That's it. I'm not looking for nobody to, put me up on a pedestal. I actually talk to people on the panels and the audience to see if there's some people that's like-minded. And that's how have networked with the people I've networked with over the years. And that's it.
And I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you're doing this, because this is what we talk about on the Black Men Unfiltered Network. We need to make a space where we can advertise these people so we can get the word out. The only person who have been trying to do that consistently for the past 4 years, one of my Unfiltered, he's trying to promote businesses, black-owned business. He always keyword say black-owned. He never say black-targeted. He say black-owned, because he want everybody to own their own shit. And he's sick and tired of people speaking out on now that they don't know, not really for us. Now, what you're doing need to be advertised for your area. People who are near your area, they can know what the heck you are doing. This is why I always tell people, if we can make that space for you on the Black Men Unfiltered, then every week or so, we say, look out for this person, look out for this person, look out for that person. This person is majoring in this, or this person is filled with this. Because when we don't create keyword community that think like-minded, we need to stop saying we are a monolith. We're not a monolith. That needs to stop. When people start saying black people are not a monolith, that means we don't care about anybody. We want to do our own shit. This is why shit don't get done. We had to change that thinking. I would love to support your project. I'm in New York right now. If I can move, I don't know, move to Texas and be close by, then so be it. If I had to move to your state, so be it. Shoot, if I can find me a tech job in the next 6 months, if I move to your area, I'll come to your area and work on your project with you for the next 6 months to a year. Let me learn a new set of skills.
There you go. There's your invite. Hey,
ain't gonna kill me.
You got my info, right? Like, never would I say I don't want a man involved in my business or none of that silly shit. Like, I just want to work with people that have.
I think beyond that. That is why
the same mindset. Like, that's it.
Chocolate, you said something a little while ago about working together, right? Yes.
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did.
So, since you've been doing what you're doing, you say you have women who are spread out across the country, but in your specific area, who's working? Who's working with you the most?
In this area, yeah,
Just
I
what
mainly
you
deal
doing?
just the native community. Here I'm in the middle of that, the native community, and of course there's our persuasion brothers and sisters that live here, but the majority are native here.
When you
And
say
that's another
Native Americans,
I
are just people
yes.
who were born and raised there.
No, I mean like I'm in the middle of Navajo country. Navajo
Oh,
and
okay.
Hopi country.
Well, that's definitely a different dynamic because a lot of their land is protected anyway, and they can get those resources that you're looking for. That's why I say I hope you get it. Now, here's the dynamic, because I, like you, have spent years in education, life coaching and construction engineers in Chicago, one of the hardest places to even work in any educational program. And I spent years doing exactly what you're trying to do now. I'm 55, I'm retired, I'm out of it. The dynamic that's going to be most difficult for you is what brothers have spoke about. It's not, and I'm good at guessing age. I say you're in your mid 30s, probably closer to 40. It's not you. You got to convince those 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 to 27-year-olds that they got to start putting in the work to learn these things. That's the audience you have to connect to. Now, this is just my observation and new experience. I don't know how many African American schools are in your area, but it'd be a great resource to start tapping into those young minds, showing them what you're trying to do. When you acquire these spaces, bring them there, show them the vision that you're trying to accumulate for them. Put them on the ground to let them see how they can start navigating that space. Because it's not a lot of women, for yet young men, who are trying to give them this information. It's all for themselves. Nobody's doing it to share. They're doing it to accumulate this fake American wealth that they say they want, to buy more shit. So listen, and that's why I speak to the younger generation. Now is the greatest time. Well, one, you said something also about homelessness. Here's another dynamic. After COVID, they stopped building the number of units that they were building prior to that. Every year, they used to build at least 300,000 units of living space every year. COVID came, they cut that number in half. Now they're only building about 150,000. That's across America. So yes, as young children start graduating high school, those that don't go spend all their money in college, those that don't go join the military, you're pretty much left to the dynamics of the workforce. But you see how the workforce is changing, because now they're going into AI, because most people said they ain't going back into these factories, to these buildings. Okay, well, we're gonna get somebody else to carry it, and then we don't gotta pay them. We'd rather pay the person that built that robot because they went and acquired our skills than the person that's just going to say we don't want it. Right. I was telling people they would never give y'all $15 an hour in most states. If they do, they're going to cut back on the number of workers so you can be doing this shit all by yourself.
That's
and that type of work. Excuse me. Go ahead. But that type of work, it breaks your back. I worked as a missions counselor. I had more people in their 20s coming in saying, I want to go to school now because I work at Amazon, I work in this factory, and that shit hurt my back. I can't do it. It breaks you down. So if you doing what you're doing, that's probably one of the greatest things that you can ever accomplish if you do it. But you're going to have to ensure that you reach those. You can't go to me, I'm too old. You can't go to a 40-year-old. They ain't doing shit. That's beneath them. You got to get those.
That's not true. That's not true.
Listen,
Why do you say things like that?
The numbers speak for itself. You may be able to get a small number, but I'm talking about that vast majority of 2 or 3 million young children coming out of high school, coming out of college every year. They're the ones that are looking for a space. They're the ones going to give you the most production. And if you're teaching them correctly about the ethics of the workforce, how to do it at an efficient rate, how to do it at a high level of efficiency and ethics, that's what's important. If you can show them that, you're going to be successful. Listen, our numbers don't lie. We got the highest rate of unemployment as a black man. We got the highest rate.
Well, again, because just to say what you're saying, it's because there is a lack of opportunity being created. We got all these people graduate. No, it's not. Try.
Stop creating these opportunities because the younger folk, we're not taking advantage of them. I'm telling you, it changed.
Listen, these are not young people who are still running our country. Like that.
These are old people been there for centuries. They're not gonna move out of our black little ways.
But
these
that's what I'm saying. Like, so to say that I don't look at it that way. I guess we'll agree to disagree because
listen, it's great that you have that.
Let me make a quick suggestion. Instead of promote it, why not try and create a network only within our community? They know about it and they join part of it. Because that's how the Chinese, they don't promote it out there. They have like their own quiet network within their people to find who want to be a part of it, so that it don't be out there in the open. They have the people who want to come in and get it done. That's what needs to be done, because like my high school friend, he had a manufacturing plant in Nigeria and he trained them to how to build cars from ground up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, the opportunity is there. And as far as working with young children, teaching them as well, that's why I started my own channel. And I don't talk about the things that, I talk about manufacturing, and I'm boring for right now. So until it starts to be seen, I know I need to show people from the ground up exactly what I'm doing for them to see and go, okay, she's doing it. There is a community. It's small, but there's a community of women that are on YouTube that build, that know how to do the different things in construction, from architecture all the way from making sure a house is framed and, those type of things. So it's like, I guess I feel like even if it's one, isn't that enough to get it started? We talk about people like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. These are one men. But as he got out and started doing what he needed to do, people came along with it. And that's how it goes. Like, I guess I just don't see it already as a negative. I see it as,
well, I was support.
And I'm saying now at 20, and believe me,
I'm 45. I was support. Don't worry about it.
I understand what you're saying. I get that, because I was raised in this society, so I know the portion of Black people that you're talking about. But I also know the portion of Black people who they may not be available now, but they had mom and pop shops, they had businesses, they did what they had to do. And it's crazy to me that we should just have so much more, and it's almost like we're afraid. That's how it feels.
Chocolate Earth. The problem is this: as you speak, as you just spoke about those mom and pop stores, as you just spoke about those ancestors of ours, younger generation, they ain't trying to go through that struggle bill. They're not trying to do that, and those are the people you gotta convince to walk in the steps with you, because you have a plan. Those are the, speaking to us 45, us 35 and over, it might, listen, like I said, I hope you're successful, but the audience has to be that youth, because they're the ones saying that they don't want, and you hear it even women. That was back in the day. Those times don't apply. Business ethic and work still applies. It don't matter what age group, what century you go to. It's the same thing. So if you can convince them to show up with you, and if you can get 5 people to show up with you when you go do your presentation, then you may be able to get that attention. But if you go in there by yourself, they're going to try to come at it 50,000 ways and find a reason not to give you what you're asking for. So get that team together, put them hands together and say, look, what can happen? What's the worst thing? What do I need to know about this? Because they're going to go down a list of shit, and they're going to expect for you to have all of those I's dotted and T's crossed.
I do,
Okay,
sir.
listen, and you can say that, but get it checked by 5 other people, because to make sure, I'm telling you, I'm in construction engineering.
It's not I'm not questioning what you think is going to happen. What I'm saying to you is that me talking to y'all has nothing to, it doesn't take away from what I'm doing. The conversation even came up because sometimes it just gets a lot to hear that there are women doing things. We may not be as large of a group, but there are women who care about the community. And I think sometimes that is overlooked, and then it becomes this, well, it's just you. Well, I mean, so what? Because it's just me. That's how everything starts. It starts with somebody doing something different, and that's it. And I'm not discouraged by what you say. I'm not offended. I just don't understand, why is it always the negative side of it? It's not information. Like, you don't have, I'm not saying like be la la la, everything will be okay, but we do have a tendency to be, excuse my pun, but on the dark side of anything that new we want to perpetuate. And I wasn't just talking about people in the 50s. I'm talking about shit. I grew up in the 90s. There were mom and pop shops in the 90s. Yes, there's gentrification. Yes, we have all these things that have happened. And the one thing that, like I was saying to you earlier, there's another path that can be gone through, that can make changes and give people the things that they want. You got it, gentlemen. I'm Mike. Thank you so much for letting me speak. Y'all got it.
No, you saying something very, very good.
I admire your passion for what you're trying to do, and I never look at it as a Debbie Downer point of view. That's not how I look at it. I want you to get everything that you need, but I've also been out there in these spaces that you're trying to get into, and that was years ago, and it has not changed. They put one front out there at first, but then once you get into that space, it's a different dynamic. And if you prepare for that, great. Go in there, blow their fucking socks off, get everything you need, get the ball rolling so you can change the dynamic in your space. And out there in Navajo country, I hope it's enough brothers and sisters for you to feed and all that out there. It's a little tight space, but they need it across America. But these younger folk need to hear that in these urban communities where there is limited resources. And a lot of those resources were taken away because, unfortunately, during the crack era in the early 90s when it was really banging, young people wasn't showing up for those opportunities. And that's why they started redirecting the funds. So in order for us to get it back, you got to convince those audience to show back up. Get the strongest of us, those warrior class, to show up. If you can get them to back you, then you're on to something. But those young people are the ones you got to convince to follow your lead.
But I'm not trying to convince anybody to follow me, Trey. I really am not. What I want to show is that there's another way. I'm not trying to lead people nowhere. I'm not trying to become some this and that. I just want to build homes, grow food, and create opportunity for people. It is a very simplistic thing that I'm into. It's not that I'm not trying to, and I know I'm not going to convince everyone. There's not going to be this, oh, everybody listen to what I say, or I don't have that thought process. Maybe people think I do because of the way I speak, but I don't. I'm about hard work. And no, I don't have a team of 5 people, and I ain't looking for a team of 5 people. I still got to keep pushing until those people start coming along. I can't continue to wait. That's why I gave up everything I had, and now I'm where I want to be, in the sense of I'm near my land. Now it's time to finish getting everything, because I said if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it 100%. I'm in all the way. No bullshit. No prettiness, no nails, no hair, no nothing. Keep that shit braided and pick up a hammer. And that's just the way I think. But I appreciate what you said. And like I said, I listen. Even though y'all think I don't. But I hear you. And I understand. It's just different. That's all.
I mean, I understand because you're passionate about it and it's dear to your heart. And I'm not trying to, like I said, I want you to succeed. I wish everybody could go out and approach their dreams and goals as you do. We'll be in a better place. But I tell you this is my last thing. Without the woman and the man of color working together, none of this will come to fruition. We have to come together despite our differences. Me being light-skinned with a bald head and a big nose and big lips, and you being in between light-skinned with a big head and big lips, it doesn't matter. As long as we stand together, it'll work.
He came for the dome.
Well, I'll say this. If y'all know somebody, let me know. If y'all
I don't know nobody out there. I don't know nobody out there in Indian country.
No, he don't have to be from here. We travel planes, trains, and automobiles. Like, what is that? Like, there's nothing. Now is the best time, right? There's nothing to stop you. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's the case, if y'all find this black man that'll work with me, stand with me, we stand together, by all means, I'm all open for it. Like, go ahead, tell him my IG.
Can their name get on? Can their name get on it too?
Why wouldn't they name be on it?
I'm just saying because I know you said you want your name on it, so I'm just trying to see.
My name is there's room enough for both names, sir.
Okay.
And
what are you looking for someone to do?
Shocking.
No, what are you looking for someone to do?
What you mean? What they want to do? If they have the same thought process as I do, we want to build, we want to create, then that's what we do.
Young.
We sit down.
They're young. They don't know what to do. They're young. They don't know what to do. They looking
Who
for
is
your
young?
leadership.
What you talking about? Are we
The
talking
young
about a
people.
date?
I'm talking about
I ain't talking about no young people.
I'm talking about young 21, 22-year-olds who don't know. But
You said until black men and black women can work together, it's not. And I said, if you know this black man that want to work with me, that live in this country, please, by all means, me and him can stand toe to toe and do what we got to do and take over the world. We can be the Jay-Z and Beyonce of our agriculture. Like, that's all I'm saying. So I'll leave it there. It's been.
So yeah, no, I appreciate this. Listen. I'm not trying to pick at you. Like I said, I want you to be successful.
Final thoughts, y'all. Final thoughts. I'm getting up out of here. Go ahead, say what you got to say. Take your time, but final thoughts.
Smitty, I'm glad you was cool today. I'm glad you went. Well, you and Chocolate Herb, y'all got something. You attack her a lot, but hey, I ain't saying nothing. I appreciate you.
I ain't mad at that, girl. I'm about to sit here and eat a bag of it now. See, that's what I do. I don't get mad at chocolate. I'm just about to eat a bag of it now. I got Reese's, I got Kit Kats, I got all kinds of chocolate. I'm fine.
Smitty.
I think I'm doing
Thank
just
you,
good.
Trey. Thank you, because he's always on my head. Thank you.
So
I got Reese's Pieces. I got all kinds of shit. What I say?
No. I appreciate you being, open today, a little more relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way she can get mad at you right now.
I'm just saying, give me a break, damn it. Can I have my Kit Kat?
No, since I met you, man, you always been open and you always been real about everything, man. Since we first met on Ms. Didi's pattern, so I was wondering where you went to, man. I hadn't seen you in months. I'm like, where's Smitty done? I need him, But I appreciate you, man. So hope you and I know you're talking about your daughter. Hope y'all doing well, and she's doing everything that you laid out for us. So, I appreciate that, man. And let's
typical growing things, but overall, I'm a very, very, very proud father.
Smitty, before the end of the month, man, get your kid play shaped up, man.
Nah. I'm about to lock it up.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, then. Yeah. I got you. I'm out, man. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, salute, Uncle. I appreciate you as always.
CBN, thanks.
Any final thoughts, brother CBN?
It's an interesting conversation. I came from one creative platform to another, and I'm enjoying the conversation. Good to see Chocolate Earth again. to have this conversation. Because we didn't say what I said earlier is because I'm trying to steer you in the right direction. That is my goal right now. 2024 is no nonsense for me right now. So I'm coming here bare knuckle. Here's what it is. Whoever wants to work together, I'm willing to work together. I build computers. That's what I do. You want me to build a PC for you? As long as you pay me for my service, that's all. I'll do the best I can. Give you the best PC possible. Help you up in your business. Doesn't matter. This is how I think. If we cannot work together to build something great, then just forget it. Just leave me the hell alone. I'm not here with people who want to be selfish-minded people. I'm here with people who want to build together. That's what I'm all about. It is what it is. And Chocolate Earth equates to you again.
Yes, sir. Enjoyed the conversation. Shout out to Trey, Smitty. He always be picking with me like we on the school grounds, but it's okay.
I'm just saying, I like Hershey's.
Oh God.
No, Smitty, stop playing. He's so full of it. Listen, this your show. No disrespect, but Smitty, you know you be full of shit. Like, stop, cause you be fucking with me every time. I could be on Soap's channel. I could be on yours. I could be on somebody else's. So stop it. Bully.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I will talk at y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. With that being said, I digress. With that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I love us. Respect.